You guys ready? Guys, if you're joining after the live, take a look at the description box below. That is where I put the timestamps for today's tarot reading. The description box below contains all the information you need to contact me, to work with me, to follow me on Instagram, to join the membership, and the timestamps. So thank you so much for everybody that's joining me. It's about to be a party on this Tuesday afternoon. Love predictions. Welcome into Infinite Light. Welcome in, everyone. I'm so glad you were able to join me. Here we go. They're coming in. Come on in, hit that like button, and head on down to the comments down below and say hello. Who do we got in the house today? Oh, my nose is already starting to itch. Who do we got? Hey, Roxanne. Roxanne. You don't have to put on the red light. Hey, Wendy, darling. Hello. Welcome to another live. Are you ready, teammate? Are you ready to make this happen? Tam in the house. Tam in the house. Hey, everybody, head on down to the comments down below and say happy birthday, Tam. Tam. Happy birthday, Tam. Hold on, y'all. I thought these was gonna be cute, but I can't read shit. I can't see the letters. You, hello, you. Whoever it is said, whoever's username starts with the U said hi, and I'm saying hi back, hi right back. Yeah, I'm about to wear these just until 5 minutes in because I can't see shit. Everybody head down to the comments down below and say happy birthday, Tam. Tam. And if it's your birthday today, shout it out. And then welcome to the Aries folks whose birthday is today. Hello, Debbie. I love you guys so much. Y'all are already immediately going down to the comments and saying happy birthday. We're going to keep this up, girls and boys. At 5 minutes in, we're going to get started. We're going to be going from Aries to Pisces. But for right now, it's just a chill moment. And we are just at a chill moment, saying hello. Okay, that's it. No more Elton Johns. I can't read nothing y'all are saying. I can't see nothing. I can't read nothing. You know what I need? I need contacts. That's what I need. I need contacts. I'm going to have to get me some contacts. Because it looks like we got Beverly Hills in the house. We got Lucky Lily in the house. It's not over, Tam. I'm going to keep asking people to wish you a happy birthday. It's not over. Getting started at 5 minutes in, everybody. I love them glasses. Those are my daughter's glasses. I love them glasses. I'm gonna let her know when I pick her up from school today that I was wearing her glasses. She wore them last year at her birthday party. All right, guys, let's go. Come on in. Hit that like. Guys, hit the like button. If you are going to stay and receive a free tarot reading from me, I would be completely honored if you returned the energetic favor by going to the like button and hitting the like button. And what that does for me is it helps get the word out, and it helps wake up the algorithm for YouTube. Like, hey, Shawnee's over here doing special stuff. If you want to check it out, check it out. So head on over to the like button, please, guys, and hit that like button. And then go down to the comments down below and say happy birthday, Tam. Tam. Say happy birthday, Tam. And if it's your birthday today, shout it out as well. It's your birthday? Well, happy birthday. Happy birthday, KK. Happy birthday. I'm so happy. Happy birthday, fellow Aries. Happy birthday. We're going to get started in just a few seconds. First time making it to a live, full of life. Well, I'm so incredibly honored and happy that you were able to make it. So thank you so very much for doing so. All right, guys. This is where the party is getting started. We are going from Aries to Pisces, taking a look at new love energy. Do you hear me when I'm saying new love energy, guys? Don't I'm not ready to start with Aries yet. But new love energy, new love energy, new love energy. That's what we're gonna be focused on. So if you're here and you're hoping to see if you can reconcile with your ex or with your partner or with your current husband or wife or something like that, that's not this reading. We're not looking at old energy by request, by popular demand, and especially from those in the collective who are trying to get over regressing into past energy. We are calling on new love. What is your future love life about to look like with new love? All right. Exactly. No exes, guys. No exes, guys. All right. So now that that is clear, let's start with the sign of Aries. All right, Aries, taking a look at new love. The first thing I want to find is we're going to pull for your greatest and highest good, Aries, and Aries placements, okay? Come to this reading with an open heart and an open mind. Don't force anything. If this don't sound like something you want to claim, don't claim it. Check out your other placements, all right, Aries? Okay. All right. So we're going to take a look at characteristics first. Like, what might this person's character look like? The next best thing, the next lover that's coming to Aries, and Aries near you. Look at this. Journalist, person that has the gift of oration, somebody who's able to speak. Sometimes I get this idea of speaking under pressure, maybe even a fast talker. Don't take that the wrong way. I just mean their cadence and their pace might be kind of like me. So could be could have Aries in their Mercury, kind of like me. or Gemini energy, right? Mercury. I said Mercury, so it could be Gemini energy. It says that this person is really good at storytelling. Like, if this were to be a person you were sitting across the table from, you're just gonna be like, and not get bored, which is awesome, right? Because Aries is like, please don't fucking bore me. Don't worry, this person is not going to be boring at all. And the good thing is that the journalist energy comes up as an interviewer. So it's dialogue, not just you listening to them talk. They want to listen to you speak as well, right? It's not just a monologue, right? So I want you to get it out of your head. Oh, God, they're just going to be a yapping and a yapping. Well, actually, you know what? If it is a Gemini, they might just be a yapping and a yapping, because Geminis be, boy, I tell you what, no hate, but I'm just saying, bro. All right, influencer, look at this. In front of the camera 2 times. In front of the camera 2 times. Influencer and journalist. So Aries, you're probably connecting to me. I'm going to be your next best lover. Congratulations. No. All right. So influencer means that there's something about this person's presence that people follow. There's something about this person's light that people follow, right? So it says trendsetter, and then content creator. So I said in front of the camera, but they could also be behind the camera working in communications. And then even that follows through to IT, because I see a lot of camera equipment, right? So we got orator and then a creative person as well, because there's a lot of red on this card. Let's get one more card for their character. Player, damn, it is me. You guys are connecting to me. I'm going to be your next best lover. Dag nabbit. Play on, player. You know, I'm going to have to pull a little bit more on this player card, because who wants that to be in their reading? Like, hands up if you really want, out of all of these cards, the character card to come up as player. Another thing, there's several other words on this card, right? I said, look out now. Exactly. There's several other words on this card. So let's go with all the words on this card. instead of just focusing on the top word. All right, so it says socialite or charm, right? So that could be somebody who likes to engage around a lot of people. That's kind of got like Leo energy. This whole card has Leo energy as well. And it says elegance, expert of romance. Okay, what was that character that Heath Ledger played, the Italian character Casanova? Guys, somebody Google Casanova. Was Casanova an Aries? Somebody Google Casanova. Not Heath Ledger. I know Heath Ledger was an Aries. So Australia could be significant. Heath Ledger could be significant in whatever way. Maybe you or this person likes Heath Ledger movies, or maybe The Joker, um, or 10 Things I Hate About You. But I'm going off on a tangent for a reason. Casanova. Somebody Google Casanova, all right? Because that might be a clue as to what this person's zodiac sign is. And then it says leisurely life. So they could give off this air like they don't really care too much, because they feel they feel lucky, and they have been lucky throughout their life. So things just naturally come to them. That sounds like Sagittarius energy. Let's get a little bit of what they might physically look like. It says daring. Yep. All of these cards are daring. You have to have a certain amount of powerful too at the bottom of the deck. You have to have a certain amount of courage in order to be an influencer. Not a certain amount of courage. You're going to have a lot of courage if you were like in front of the camera in any way, shape, or form. Or if you're a speaker, a professional speaker, public speaker, or something like that. Even to be working behind the camera, like a producer or a set designer or whatever, you have to have a certain amount of courage, because your craft is always being scrutinized. It's always being studied and seen by other people. So that the fact that this person is coming up as daring is really telling. And I've asked for physical attributes, and I have yet to get one. They also come up as powerful. Don't tell me this person is at the typewriter. He is. So it could be a writer as well. Can I get a physical attribute, please? Braids. Really? So for me, braids, and then dark skin. So for me, braids comes up as somebody who's could be heavily spiritual, heavily connected to like Mother Gaia, Mother Earth type stuff. And then you could take braids as face value, but then also braids can come up as a I feel like they're ethnically ambiguous. Like they could fit into a couple of different ethnicities, and you wouldn't really know exactly what they are, but their skin could be a little bit darker than yours. So if that is something that you're definitely claiming, go to the comments down below. The other thing about the darker skin, it could mean that this person really likes to be out in the sun, again with another reference to the Leo card. But you don't have to take the physical characteristics at face value. This person also does seem to have tattoos as well. All right, let's get a little bit more on what this new love is looking like for the sign of Aries, please, Spirit. The Hermit, there's Virgo energy. The Nine of Wands. The Magician in the reverse. And then the King of Swords in the reverse. So this is telling me a story about what you've had to go through, Aries. And so now after I tell you what it says, what you've had to overcome, what you've had to release in order to get to the place where you can now call in this new person. So because it's telling me a story about what you've had to overcome, I'm going to ask here in a second what they've had to overcome. But this King of Swords in the reverse is telling me that you've had to, that's Gemini energy, Taurus energy, Aquarius energy, and Libra energy. Somebody who is highly manipulative and somebody who knows exactly what they're doing. Could stonewall you, could have you second guessing yourself, could have made you dim your light. I'm getting a lot of Gemini references as well, because I've got this Magician in the reverse, and it's manipulation and stifling of talents. So you've had to go through this and with more than one person in your life over and over and over again. It is the same person, different skin, who's telling you the story that they want you to believe versus the story that you probably know deep down to be true. You could have been a people pleaser, Aries. You could have grown up in an environment where you had to feel out other people's emotions so that you knew how to step into the room, so that you didn't rock the boat, essentially walking on eggshells in one relationship after another. But what you've had to do is go internal. Hola. What you've had to do is go internal and really do the work, Aries, in order to search for the soul that was stuffed down so early in your life and bring that soul out and follow a guiding light towards this connection. All right. So tell me the story of this person that Aries is connecting to next. Since you told me about Aries first, tell me about the story that this Aries is connecting to next, please. The Seven of Wands, a protector, a Seven of Swords, the Hierophant, and then the Sun card in the reverse. It's not the exact same story, Aries. It's not. But it's pretty damn close. Okay? So for them, early in their life or a recent experience, they thought they were headed in the right direction. They thought for sure this was going to be the way my life is going to continue to go. I'm going to be with this person. I'm going to be in this marriage with this Hierophant, or I'm going to be in this job or this position for the rest of my life. This is exactly the road that I'm trying to follow. And then boom, betrayal hits them like a fucking slap in the face. So this is probably very recently for them. But the biggest thing that they're bringing to the table, because it's the first card out, is the Seven of Wands. They are highly protective of themselves and highly protective of whoever they let in behind them. This is giving off kind of Leo energy again, because a Leo is, oh yeah, Leo energy. There's both of those cards are Leo energy, because a Leo is really like, once you've made it into my circle, nobody's going to touch you. I'm going to protect you. I'm going to make sure that you are all right. Because they know what it feels like to not experience that. All right. So let's see where this relationship could be headed for Aries and whomever this person is. The Ten of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, and then the Knight of Cups. Baby, one more time. The Ten of Wands, the Page of Pentacles, the Four of Wands, and the Knight of Cups in a love reading. Okay, yes, yes, ma'am, yes, sir. The thing is that this person will gladly carry your purse. Does that make sense? Will glad for the people in the house that carry purses, I guess you'll know what I'm saying. Like, relieve the burden off of your back. And it doesn't matter if you're a male or a female. I just got that immediately. They'll carry your purse. How can I help you? And the thing is that you're going to have to learn, Page of Pentacles, you're going to have to learn how to accept the help. Aries, you're going to have to learn how to accept the help. Remember, you're not getting this person because you've gone through a lot of woe and a lot of strife. No, fuck that. Because what you would be getting is a woe-filled person if that was the only thing that you've gone through. But you've gone through more than that. You've searched your soul to heal. Right? So the universe doesn't reward pain. The universe matches pain until you do the work. And then the universe rewards the work that you have done. You are so used to doing it by yourself. When this person presents themselves, you're going to be having a hard time accepting the chivalry. You're going to have a hard time accepting the helpful hand. Four of Wands and The Knight of Cups is telling me that this could go to the finish line. Definitely. But it's going to take growth and learning. You hear me? Aries, it's going to take growth and learning. Learning how to exist in a healthy relationship. Knocking on the microphone. Are you listening to me, Aries? Here's the thing. Healthy relationships are not heavily passion filled. What they are is consistent. People choose you. People show up for you. People reciprocate. People support. People grow you in very positive ways. It's not a lot of fighting. Healthy relationships have contrast, but they don't have a lot of fighting. Healthy relationships are about more than just sexual connection. Do you hear me, Aries? So a healthy relationship is going to be in stark contrast to the relationships that you have experienced from childhood, and that could throw you aback. What would you rather have? Would you rather go back to the excitement of the pain of the past? I don't think so. You wouldn't have stayed this entire time. All right, so you're going to have to learn what healthy looks like. And sometimes, Aries, healthy is boring. Now, this person came up as a socialite, so I'm not saying they are going to be boring. Remember, I said that they have really good dialogue. But you have to release the bad habits of the past. I'm not going to talk about this other person. If you catch this new person, you hear me, Aries, listen to what I'm about to say. If you catch yourself in a relationship with this new person and you want me to have a conversation with that person, book a counseling set or book a coaching session. But right now I'm coaching you for free, honey. Okay? You need to make sure that you take a good look at you and accept in positive love. All right. Are we ready? That was for Aries. I love you guys. Don't forget to hit that like button on your way out. Thank you so much for joining me. Y'all have a great rest of your week, and happy birthday to those that I don't. Oh, wait. Before you leave, go and say happy birthday, Tam Tam, at the bottom in the comments. Happy birthday, Tam Tam. And then we got a couple. What? Oh, my goodness, baby. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. NJN. Thank you so very much. Say happy birthday to all the Aries this week, and then you may exit. I love you guys so very much. Let's go to Taurus. Thank you for that support. All right, Taurus. What are we doing? Characteristics. Taurus, your next best love interest. We're only pulling on new energy. Spirit knows that. I know that. I need to make sure that you know that. Take it as it resonates, guys. Don't force anything. If you claim it, head on down to the comments down below and say, I claim this. That's an energetic exchange with the universe saying that you are ready to receive that kind of energy into your reality. All right, so new love for Taurus. What is this person going to be like? A genius. Okay. A diviner. All right. I'll take that. And homeless. What? I love it. It was a crescendo and then a very quick Jesus, why am I trying to use terms? I'm not even a musician. This person might be a musician or really like music. But the cool thing about this is on top of them being smart, and I know that an earth sign like you would really love to engage with somebody being smart. They might have back in the past or right now work in IT because there's a lot of ones and zeros, binary code in the back here, matrix references in the back. But this person's intellect is on a different level. Like they could very well think outside the box. What that's given me almost right off the bat is another earth sign or an Aquarius, right? Diviner here, Scorpio could be very heavy in their chart as well. So this person has a cosmic connection that allows them to really lean in on their intuition. Even if they are, you know, let's just say, for example, they work in IT. They could be incredibly good at their job because they rely on their intuition. Like that was a gift that was given. They're just naturally good at it. And they think that they're naturally good at it. They might tell you verbally, they say, I don't know, I'm just really good at it. So this is the job that I have. But the reason why they're good at it is because they're able to tap into the power that they were brought to this planet in this incarnation or to do, right? So they're following their calling. The reason why this homeless is coming up is because this person could be dealing with some money problems, or they could be moving house here very soon. Because it doesn't match this energy that I'm getting intuitively off of these first cards for them to just end up being homeless. It honestly doesn't. That means that there's something about a transition that's happening between jobs or home, a transition that's happening with their money situation. All right. And then I just got Cinderella rags to riches type thing. So you could have a conversation with this person where they told you in the past they really hit rock bottom and they were able to pull themselves up from that. All right. All right. So some characteristics. We got shorter than you or petite build, redhead, and tattoos. All right. So what this means to me is that they, again, shorter than you. So well, I don't know if I'm talking to the masculine or the feminine, but yeah, definitely this person is going to be looking up to you in some way, shape, or form. Shorter than you could mean physically and by stature. This is supposed to be how they are physically looking. But the fact that I just said look up to you, there could be something about your personality, Taurus, that this person really admires. So, who, me? I'm so fine. Well, thank you. There could be something about this person that they really admire you, so they're looking up to you if they're not petite in stature, right? Birds could be significant as well because you saw all of them birds on there. They could be have birds, or they just love birds, or they have a bird tattoo because tattoos is coming up as well. They've got a story to tell. Like they're not a person that just gets tattoos willy-nilly. Every single tattoo they have has a very significant, almost placeholder in their life. So that's where tattoos is coming up. Redhead is telling me that they could be a fire sign. They could also be like a redhead. You're a reader too. That's awesome. If you're logged into your reader account, then let me know. But if that's your personal account, then no big deal. Redhead, also curly hair as well. So don't be like, oh, I don't like redheads. I'm not talking about. You don't take, when you read stuff like this, you don't always take things at face value, because regardless of how many people are watching this reading right now, it's going to hit thousands of people, right? So you have to understand that there's onesie twosies words in every single word that I use that is going to resonate with your future story or with your present story. Do you understand? All right. So fire sign is coming up. A little bit of a firecracker is coming up. Could be the black sheep of the family, or just somebody that goes against the grain of their own family or ancestral line. And then I'm also getting references to Ireland, specifically Merida. That's brave. Yeah, but that's not going to be for everybody, right? Okay, and this person could really like being out in nature as well. So let me get a little bit about this storyline for Taurus. The Two of Pentacles, the Justice card, the Hangman, wow, the Three of Swords in the reverse. Okay, so Taurus, you could have very recently gone through a divorce. And you're trying to figure out how to incorporate this new life right now. And you really want to have some fun, but you're holding yourself in suspension because the have some fun that you did in the past took you down a path to this Three of Swords where you've had to recover. But you're not letting that past that hurt you stick with you right now. it is a story that you tell. It is a part of your story, but it isn't your present moment, right? But it's coming up very heavily that you either recently went through a divorce, or this Libra full moon that is happening tomorrow as I'm recording this, which is the 1st of April, is going to really push you in a direction to bring about balance in your life and to release the connections that are no longer balanced, or that you told yourself a story about, like, this is going to work, this is going to work, this is going to work. No, it's not. The reality of the situation is, no, it's not. And so now, and you're coming to peace with that. Especially in this next 7 days, you're coming to peace with that, and you're saying, okay, so what else is out there? You're letting go. You're realizing that you have to sacrifice your current livelihood. You're going to have to sacrifice your current comfort in order to allow in this new love energy. All right. What is this person's story that is connecting to Taurus, please, Spirit? The Four of Swords in the upright, the Devil in the reverse, the Two of Wands in the reverse, the Tower. All right, so we got some Capricorn energy. I already said fire signs. I already said Libra, right? Specifically heavy on the Aries. So the cool thing is that y'all have a common story to tell. It's not going to sound exactly the same. With this Devil in the reverse, I'm really getting that this person that you're connecting to, Taurus, had a very hard time disconnecting from a very, very excruciatingly painful past. Like, excruciatingly painful. Like, for them, it's a hard story to even tell, to even revisit, to have to come. Like, let's say you guys are starting to date, right? And you're like, so tell me about yourself. And you get to a point where now you start talking about your past and the things that you've experienced. For you, you might be at a more peaceful place, and you might say, you know what, I went through this, whatever. I mean, it's whatever. It happened in the past. For them, they might be holding back tears or holding back a trigger when they have to dive into whatever this thing is. And it was so painful for them that with this Four Swords in the upright, they might have had chronic illness that came about because their body was so chock full of cortisol for a really long time. And they really do not expect you to come into their life when you come into their life. They're not looking up at all. When you come into their life, the Two of Wands in the reverse and the Tower in the reverse, it's literally out of nowhere. They are not, it's not that they're not open to a relationship, they're just not expecting that. They're in heavy recovery mode right now, just trying to find peace, They could be heavily in prayer, heavily in meditation, could be in some sort of recovery therapy for, like I said, that they had some physical ailments or diagnoses that they're trying to recover from. Or is this going for Taurus, please, Spirit? That's who it is. That's who it is. I found your person. Your person actually came up as the Queen of Wands, and you came up as, here you go. You are manifesting in this. Here it is. I don't care if it's a male or female, guys. This is very heavy on the Aries energy, very heavy on the intuitive energy here, okay? But it doesn't have to be. This person is incredibly attractive, but they're learning to really take care of themselves, and they're learning to trust their intuition and their inner guidance. And like I said, that they're praying a lot and meditating a lot. So they're really trying to lean very heavy in on divine guidance. Single, so you don't have to worry about that. If some of you guys have dealt with people who have put you in third-party situations, you would be shocked to find out that this person is single. You really would. Because it's like, how does a person like you exist and not constantly have people fawning over you? And their response is going to be, it's not that I don't have people fawning over me, it's just that I keep saying no. So you might be like, oh, okay, well then I guess I'm the lucky one that I get to have victory with you. All right, so we got the Chariot here, which is a Cancer reference, and then we got the Two of Cups here, and then here you are, Taurus, at the bottom of the deck. Ready to, like, you're going to feel so drawn to this person, you're going to almost be ready to commit. This person is going to be less so. That doesn't, it's no knock against you. Remember, people respond and react to situations based off of what they've experienced, right? So I could see you wanting to take things very fast because you immediately see eye to eye with this person. You immediately see kinship with this person. You immediately see a connection with this person. And not to say that they don't see it with you. It's just that they're wanting to take things, they don't want to take things too fast anymore. They don't want to experience this again. They've managed to turn it into in the reverse. All right. So your advice would be to, when you meet this person, trust your gut, trust your instinct, and then take things slow. Right. Because remember, this homeless did come up. They are in a transition. So you're meeting this person when they're dealing with a lot of other stuff. All right. So that was for Taurus. I hope that it helped. Do not forget to like on your way out, guys. If you want to work with me in any capacity, that information is down below, Taurus. Thank you so very much for coming. Let's move on to Gemini. Gemini and Gemini placement, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Gemini, come to this reading with an open heart and open mind. You are coming here. I am pulling on new love energy only. No reconciliations. None of that. Is my person coming back? No, Gemini. I mean, I don't know if your person is coming back, but this reading probably isn't for you. Unless, of course, you're interested in some new love. Let's pull on that for your greatest and highest good. Take it as it resonates, Gemini. Ready? And who is this person that's coming towards Gemini, please, Spirit? A doctor. A doctor? A doctor? A coach? And an educator. Immediately, I'm getting like a professor. A healer. This person is not a bum. Okay, in any way, shape, or form. Some of you guys have been going through like an illness. You know what I'm immediately drawn to? Debbie Rowe and Michael Jackson. I know. But listen to, I mean, it just came to me. Like, I don't think about Michael Jackson every day, and I damn sure don't think about Debbie Rowe, at least, anytime. Who is Debbie Rowe? She is the mother of at least a couple of Michael Jackson's kids. And the supposed story behind it is that Michael Jackson was going to his dermatologist on a normal basis, and she worked in the office. This is very specific. Okay, so this particular example is definitely not going to be for everybody. But the randomness of it is that Michael kept going to this dermatologist and started befriending Debbie Rowe, who was a nurse that worked in the office, because he was there so often. So you know how you get to the doctor's office and you got to wait for a while until the doctor is ready. So he was chit-chatting. How random is that? And then ended up marrying her for a little while, and then she had a couple of his children. And don't worry about how things panned out later. What I'm trying to bring you to is the randomness in which you might meet this person. And it could be going to a place frequently. Side messages, I feel like you're trying to get over some sort of illness. That's a side message, right? And you could meet this person as you're navigating that recovery, right, Gemini? But the biggest thing for you guys is this is going to come from a place. You're meeting this person at a place that you're repeatedly going to. This person could be a fitness trainer. This person could actually be work in education or have retired from working in education, right? See, because this guy's got like a beard or whatever. Highly supportive person. Highly supportive person. And is very good at planning things. So I'm getting a lot of earth energy off of this person, but they could just be really grounded. So I'm already getting Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. All right, can I get some physical attributes for the Gemini population, please, Spirit? Long hair, do you see here? I want you to understand how tarot can work. Like, you can take long hair at face value and be like, this person has long hair. But do you see how this person has a long beard, which would also be considered long hair, right? So there's something about this person's hair that's pretty prevalent. And then for some of you guys, if you're at a certain age and you're keep meeting people who are like balding, then right there that could tell you that that this person has more hair than you're used to seeing in your dating pool, if that makes sense, right? Hat. And it landed right on the coach. So for this hat to land right on the coach, immediately I'm drawn to the fact that this person could have a very specific sports team that they like to sport, if you will, that they like to support. And so they wear memorabilia, souvenirs, right? This person could really like to wear hats. And then beauty mark. People in my family have pretty prominent beauty marks on their face. So that really could be significant. Honestly, a mole on somebody's face or a beauty mark could really be significant here. You might be surprised as to, this is very specific, but you might be surprised as to how much hair this person has, because you might just assume, this is very specific, but you might just assume this person is balding because they wear ball caps all the time. All right, let's get a little bit more. Tam, why did you say wow? Let's get a little bit more on this message for Gemini, please. Their future person, the 5 of Cups in the reverse, the 8 of Wands in the upright, the Emperor in the reverse, and the 10 of Swords in the upright. There's a rigidity in how you speak, Gemini. Uh-oh, it's raining outside, so both of my dogs are freaking out. There's a rigidity in how you speak, Gemini, that you are really trying to move on from. It could be how you speak to yourself, the stories that you tell yourself. You could be one of those very what do they call it, defecating type of people. You used to have a beauty mark and you got rid of it? Oh my goodness. You know what that reminds me of? That movie, Men in Tights. The sheriff of Nottingham had like a mole that moved all over his face every time they panned on him. That is hilarious. I'm sorry. I'm not making fun of that. That's just of your removal. That's just the first thing that came to my mind. So I don't know if Robin Hood Men in Tights is significant here for you, Gemini. Everything that happens in and around a reading happens for a reason. But there is this constant thing that I feel like you either do towards yourself or towards other people. There's just a quick tongue that is not always the most positive. You're really trying to move on from that. You're really trying to move on from that. I'm old and it's not beauty looking. Are you a Gemini? Because you literally just proved my point. I don't like it when people talk bad about themselves, because I really want you to respect yourself and love yourself. I want you to get to a point where you don't talk shit about yourself, because you would fucking hate it if people talk shit about you. So don't be the person that makes it come true for yourself every single day. Be kind and nice to yourself. And eventually you'll start believing the story you tell about yourself, about how beautiful and wonderful you are, and about how imperfections make you the absolute perfect person, because there's nobody else out there like you. You still bring an amazing amount of light to the table. You just have to realize how truly bright you can shine. And you can't do that if you're dogging yourself. Gemini's person, please. The Fool in the reverse, the Empress in the reverse, the Lovers in the upright. You know, I think that this person might be a little bit hesitant, Gemini, to start something new. and so they might actually be on the fence about when they meet you, they might actually be on the fence about asking you out or going out on a date for you. But because I'm getting the the Wheel of Fortune here, like you guys were meant to I was just singing crash into each other. Yeah, so you might be on the street somewhere, or like I said, you're at this place that you frequent a lot, and then y'all are like two ships passing in the night. Maybe you go to like the same bookstore, and you always go to the same grocery store or something. I'm getting this very specifically for you guys. You're always this. Your patterns are very much the same, as far as your routine, but you never noticed each other, and then you start noticing each other. But because this person is not wanting to come towards you, and because you're already worried about how you speak to people, or you might be talking yourself out of it, self-sabotaging, Gemini, that you don't approach this person, what spirit is have happened is that y'all keep running into each other. Y'all keep running into each other over and over again until somebody breaks and says something. So I feel like the onus is on this other person because they have the Lover's card. They're going to have to make a choice to be an initiator. How does this play out for Gemini? They're going to take a risk, though. But they're not going to do it right away. It's going to be a couple of times of you guys running into each other, right? Oh, the Empress in the upright fell on the Empress in the reverse. So this is something new could come out of this. Something could really be birthed out of this. Something can be created out of this, right? Oh, okay. Oh, shit. Damn, son. And you're going to be so happy that it happened. So happy that it happened. There's a very specific story. I got the King of Wands, the Empress, the Knight of Wands, the Ten of Cups. All right. A very specific storyline are two people of a certain age deciding to have some drinks one night. This is a very specific storyline. And then one thing leads to another. You know what happens when a guy likes a girl, or a guy likes a guy, or a girl likes a girl, and they're two responsible adults, and they decide the whole birds and the bee talk, right? They decide to kind of sleep together. I get this image of somebody waking up in somebody else's bed, and you're just like, oh, what the oh my God, did we sleep together last night? And then you immediately going into this, I didn't mean to do that. Oh my God, what a mistake. I don't normally do that. And then it grows into something very specific. But I got that whole rom-com sort of thing happening. All right, Gemini, so I hope that helps. You better claim that energy because it sounds a little fun. The biggest thing that I want for you, Gemini, is that Rosie Poo? Hey, Rosie. The biggest thing that I want for you, Gemini, look at me in my eyes when I'm saying this, okay? I need you to start learning how to be kind to yourself, okay? Because what happens in real life is you can sabotage very wonderful things, very wonderful blessings that have been trying to come to your life for a very, very long time. And if you are not kind to yourself, you are not going to attract in somebody who is going to be kind to you. You deserve a wonderful, healthy love. You got to learn to be nice to yourself, okay? All right, let's move on to Cancer. All right, Cancer and Cancer placements. Here we go for Cancer, for the sign of Cancer. Who is coming towards the sign of Cancer in new love energy? We're not looking at nothing from the past, Cancer. We're just looking at new love. All right, take it as it resonates. Don't force anything, but definitely go down to the comments down below and let me know when you claim this beautiful energy. Okay, who's coming towards the Cancer, please? An influencer, a revolutionist, and a repairman. What? You're dealing with a diviner, a healer, a person, a fix-it. Wreck-It Ralph is coming to mind. I'm gonna fix it. what's his name? Fix It Felix. Yeah, so this person that shakes up the status quo, and is very unapologetic about doing so. This person looks at a problem and just bulldozes right through it, whether or not they have a plan or not, right? So immediately I get like a fire sign. So Aries, Leo, Sag. So you got influencer, revolutionist, and repairman or repair person. Okay. I don't want to say it. I really don't want to say it. Spirit, do you want me to say this? For some of you guys, this is a relationship that never actually got off of the ground. So the reason why, or a person that you know and a relationship never ensued. So the reason why repair is coming up and restart and restore and renovate is coming up is because this could be somebody that you never, somebody you admired, some of you liked, some of you had a crush on, but y'all never really got anything off the ground. But we can dive even more into this repair card. I do see that there's a car behind this guy who's wearing coveralls, which could be significant. And it looks like he's in a mechanic shop, right? So cars could be significant here as well. But it doesn't have to be for everybody. And this person is, could also be a content creator or work in the media in some way, shape, or form. All right. So let's see the characteristics of this person that Cancer could be connecting with. New energy, new love energy. Woman or very feminine kind of features. Soft features. If it's not a woman, if you're like, I like men. Well, I do too. High five. But for this to come up, it means there's something about this person's features that are really soft. Very easy on the eyes, if you will. Okay. It says street fashion. This person is wearing a lot. This person is only wearing black and white. So the person you're connecting to could really be like, you know, like really like to wear a lot of black. That could be very significant. But then the other thing about this is that this person could love to wear graphic tees, like old concert t-shirts or old nostalgic kind of t-shirts. But then also be very heavily into a different kind of fashion, right? So they could be, the way that they dress could be non-conformist, which makes sense because they've got revolutionist about. It almost seems like everything that this person sees in their current energy, they're like, I want to do the opposite of that. And bald. There you go. But if we take a look even deeper into this bald here, they don't have to be bald, but do you see how this person is meditating? Tibet could be significant about this person, and then also the fact that they meditate, so they could be a spiritualist as well, okay? But then they also could be bald. Let's see what's going on with Cancer. How is Cancer approaching this connection, please, Spirit? How is Cancer approaching this connection, please? Ooh, the Ace of Swords. You're watching them. The King of Swords, trying not to connect to your emotions when it comes to this person. See, I said that for some of you guys, you already like kind of knew who this person was, but you never really like nothing. Something never really got off of the ground with it. And the reason, and the look, the Six of Swords in reverse cannot move on. And then the Four of Swords in the upright. Yeah, for some of you guys, there was like this huge break and pause. Huge break and pause. And a lot of the reason for it, I mean, Spirit does stuff on purpose every single day, every minute and second of the day. There's always an orchestration of a bigger picture that we can't see unless we're in hindsight. But that for you, you're the way that you're approaching this situation, you're trying to be very logical. You're trying not to be very heavily heart led. And the reason why you're trying to not do that, which is going to be incredibly hard for you, Cancer, because you are a water sign. But the biggest reason that you're trying not to do that is because you don't want to get in trouble, whatever that means for you. but you can't move on. And you're carrying a lot of baggage. So it could very well be that you're coming into this connection still trying to recover from a recent breakup or a recent something else. Three of Swords. The Three of Swords are on the wall, and then this person is laying on the fourth sword here trying to recover, trying to take a respite, right? So it could also be somebody that you knew once upon a time, nothing ever really happened, and then there was a pause, a spiritually led pause, and then a resurgence of whomever this person is. The thing that you're doing is talking a lot. Cancer. A lot of talking is happening. But then it also says mental restlessness, and I get that over here with the Four of Swords and the Six of Swords also too. It's like this person has never left your mind with this Page of Swords, all right? How's this other person showing up for Cancer, please, Spirit? How's this other person showing up? The King of Wands in the reverse, the Ace of Swords in the upright, the Ten of Cups in the reverse, and the Two of Pentacles in the upright. I'm laughing because for this person to show up as the King of Wands in the reverse, and the Ten of Cups in the reverse as well, they may not be too receptive of like your advancements or a commitment. Their expectations are extremely hard. I mean, high. And they might be hard for you to match. So here's a story of a person who has experienced a lot of life. They're going through they go through a lot on purpose. Like they purposely get themselves in, and okay, purposely, we're going to use that loosely because sometimes people are led by their soul and they don't really understand what the repercussions of that's going to be. But this person's mission in life is to stir things up. So a part of that is reflective in their personal life. They've gone through a lot of karma. That's it right there. They've gone through a lot of karma, and what that was meant to do was to teach them where their threshold of entry should be when it comes to loving relationships and partners. This person is also very busy. So in order for you to come into their life, you are going to need to bring a whole hell of a lot to the plate because this person is already independent as is. And you're going to have to meet like a whole entire list of non-negotiables when the partnership comes to play. They are very, with this Ace of Swords, they are very, very open to clarity and conversation, weighted conversation, meaning this person does not have an issue having a hard conversation. So if you were to come towards this person, Cancer, or if you were to intermingle with this person, right? Because I'm not necessarily saying that you're the initiator, but if you were to intermingle with this person, like they could very easily say, yeah, I mean, I'm not really looking for a relationship right now. I've got a lot of stuff going on in my life. And then they might ask you a series of questions to see if, like probing, to see if you would even match the Two of Pentacles, to see if you would even fit in with what they already have going on. Male or female, it doesn't matter. So it could be kind of like an interview process, if you will. Some of you guys are like, oh no. But no, seriously, what I'm seeing is a person on the table that's not going to commit the King of Wands in the reverse unless it meets their high expectations. King of Wands in the reverse. Where could this connection go for Cancer, please, Spirit? The Page of Pentacles, the Knight of Pentacles, the Seven of Pentacles, the Lovers, and then the Tower. I already said it. I said, for a lot of you guys, you've known this person for a long time. Knight of Pentacles, Seven of Pentacles. Seeds were planted a long time ago, but it takes years, at least a year, for this Knight of Pentacles to reach its mark. But the Knight of Pentacles always Never gets distracted, right? The other knight, sometimes they get distracted by passion. Sometimes they get distracted by a story they're telling themselves. Sometimes they get distracted by other lovers, right? The Knight of Pentacles doesn't do that. The Knight of Pentacles knows exactly where it needs to go, but it's going to take its time and be very methodical about it, right? So that's this connection. So I really am getting that you were never actually truly with this person. A long time ago, you knew this person, and then now is the time for a resurgence. The Tower and the Lovers is telling me that it's going to get to a point where, kind of like the Gemini reading, and I don't know if you saw the Gemini reading, but basically what I was seeing in the Gemini reading was that this person, Gemini, kept running into a person over and over again. And nobody's saying anything, and nobody's saying anything. I'm not saying you guys aren't saying anything, because there is a lot of words, Ace of Swords and the Page of Swords here. There's a lot of words being exchanged between the two of you guys, but nobody's taking any action to make something out of it, right? And so that's what's happening here. Your lives keep coming back into each other's orbit over and over again, especially with this Two of Pentacles, the Lovers, and the Tower. And eventually something's going to happen before Spirit makes something happen. Let me get a little bit on this choice that is here on this table with this Lovers, please, Spirit. The Judgment card. Damn, son. 3 major arcana cards. The Judgment. I said resurgence. This is still new love, because nothing has ever come from this. This is like a work center crush and nobody's ever said anything, right? Because each of you guys were doing your own thing in life. Can you tell me about this Tower very specifically? Oh, the 6 of Wands. That's influencer. This is 100% influencer energy. So that this could be a double, triple confirmation that the person that you are dealing with, Cancer, is in some sort of limelight, whatever that means for you. Could literally be an influencer, could be an entertainer, could be, they could be a CEO or a boss or entrepreneur, and they've got a lot of people that, or a teacher even, and they've got a lot of people that literally look up to them, right? But this is success. Out of nowhere, somebody's got to make a choice. No, not just somebody's got to make a choice. Both of you guys have to make a choice. Make a choice to choose this. And there could be, very well, could be a lot of success and victory when it comes to you guys choosing to make this work. All right. So that's new love for Cancer. You guys, I hope that it resonated for you. Let me know in the comments down below. I'm super active down there. I don't know what y'all talking about. Y'all saying happy birthday to Tam Tam? Cancer, head on down to the comments down below and say happy birthday, Tam Tam. Tam Tam, you're still getting the happy birthdays from people that are just tuning in to the very beginning of the reading. And you got a couple of other, just say happy birthday to the Aries in the house, because we got a couple of people that their birthday is today as well. Okay, Cancer, don't forget to like and subscribe on your way out if you haven't already. I do appreciate you. I hope that helped. All right, let's move on to the Leos. All right, Leos. Leos, for your greatest and highest good, are taking a look at new love. I'm not taking a look at reconciliations. I'm not taking a look at, will your husband come back? Will my wife come back? Will my lover come back? Will my partner come back? None of that. No, it's complicated. None of that. I'm taking a look at new love energy. Thank you so much for reaching out and saying happy birthday to the Aries in the house. All right, so we're talking to the Leos and Leo placements. Take things as they resonate. Please don't force anything. All right. Rose, your birthday is today. Oh my gosh, guys, go down to the comments and say happy birthday to Rose if you haven't already. Happy birthday, Rose. Thank you for catching my attention, Wendy. I appreciate that. Happy birthday, Rose. Okay, Leo, here we go. What is your next best love fling, lover, romantic relationship going to be like? Characteristics of this person. The Doctor. Y'all watch this. It's kind of like a healer energy keeps wanting to come out over and over again. I'm getting very specifically that this person or somebody in this connection wears glasses. or needs or needs glasses or needs glasses. But whatever it is, this person is able to look at a situation, like if they're not literally a doctor, part of their traits is that they're able to look at a situation and zoom out. So this could be the person that other people call on for advice. And they could have an easier time than other people being in other people's energy of strife and not take on that energy, but be able to see very clearly where the solution could be. All right. For Leo, we have architect. That's an Aries energy for me all day long. This is 100% the emperor for sure. But this person is also could be an architect, could be somebody that like a contractor, a construction worker, or whatever. But there's something about this person that there's kind of an esoteric feeling with this person is that they could be really studying what is it called, divine design, essentially. And I can't remember the title of it, but essentially they look at human nature and the things that we are designed and have the capability to be able to do, but society has told us we have pinholed us into these specific things. And so this person grapples every single day, and it could be a part of their job to get people to see you don't have to be pigeonholed and you don't have to stay committed to one storyline your entire life, because we as humans are meant to grow and evolve. So this person could be some sort of therapist or life coach even as well with this architect. Painter, heavily creative for the Leo. So you got doctor, architect, and painter. All right, let's get a little bit of characteristics. I'm getting red hair off of here too. I'm getting, somebody could have cauliflower ear, like somebody in their youth could have wrestled or cage fought or something, UFC type stuff. It's not going to be for everybody, obviously, but I'm just getting that. Or there's something wrong with one of their ears. Okay. It says hazel eyes. That kind of goes with this red hair. Again, not going to be for everybody, but they could have a lighter color eye. And remember I said earlier, I was like, they might need glasses or contacts. They might be the type of person who, when they go to get their contact prescription, they're more apt to get like a colored contact than like a regular contact. That's not going to be for everybody. It says makeup. Oh, okay, hold on. And then it says twin flame. Don't rock the boat, baby. Twin flame. Holy cowabunga. Yeah, so there's a heavy karmic connection between you and this person, right? So things might not always be, when you connect with this person, whenever you have a relationship, you cannot expect, even when you're calling in a new relationship, I'm going to knock some reality into your expectations, right? Things are not always going to be on the up and up. You might have more contrasts with this person, more disagreements with this person than anything, but that doesn't mean that it doesn't work. It just means that you've got two very strong energies that have to learn how to work together. You guys could very much have, I see you, Tam Tam. It's not a uh-oh. I'll pull uh-oh. I'll pull and see if we get a uh-oh. It's just two very strong personalities. It could be like two, what do you call it? For whatever reason, I just got two A-list celebrities. So you could have opposing work schedules, and you're always trying to figure out how to come together. Because if you think about a twin flame dynamic, it's two people that are meant to be like one, right? And they have their own lives that they're having to live with, a whole bunch of karma in their own lives, and they're trying to figure out how to come together, how to reunite, how to have union. And the only way they can do that is if each person has accountability, shows up as an adult, knows how to overcome triggers and grow into two people who can come face to face with and holding their own light and holding their own very strong energy, but still make room for the other person's light and energy. Do you understand? So you're a Leo and you're used to always being out and about and people watching you and viewing you. So is this person. So y'all mirror each other in that way. The makeup is giving me a couple of things, right? So the first thing is very obvious, like this person could really care about how they look, or they could be really beautiful, right? But then her cat eye in here is telling me past life kind of energy. So you guys have had, if you believe in incarnation, reincarnation, you guys have had time together in other realities and other timelines over and over again. So this life, this reality is no different than the other. Y'all were always meant to be in each other's lives, always, right? All right, let's get some, no, this is the wrong deck. I want to get some how you're showing up to this energy for Leo. How is Leo showing up to this energy, please, Spirit? How is Leo showing up to this energy? The Page of Pentacles, the Five of Wands in the reverse, the Three of Wands in the reverse, and then the Six of Pentacles. So the biggest thing for you is that is reciprocation. Also, money is very big for you too. Money is very, very big for you. The Six of Pentacles and the Knight of Pentacles, and you will forever strive for more money in the bank, more like a higher stature, higher value of life forever. But the issue that you sometimes have when you're in connections, whether they're romantic or not, is that your increased focus on your own personal goals sometimes makes it hard for you to show up as a team player or show up consistently. And what that's doing, what Spirit is drawing your attention to, why Spirit is drawing your attention to that specifically is because it's that behavior that is causing a delay, Three of Wands in the reverse, of this person entering into your life. Because what they want you to be more focused on is the long term, not just short term gain. Yes. Money is important to you. I get it. Stature is important to the Leo that I'm talking to. I get it. Success in your job is important to you. Climbing the ladder could be important to you. Being really good at what you do is important to you. What you do as a human, what you do as a partner at work or whatever. I get that. But you're also asking for love to enter in your life. So Spirit is telling you to take a look at your rhythm and your patterns of how you might push that away, maybe subconsciously. All right. For the person showing up for Leo, Three of Cups, in the upright, the Knight of Swords in the reverse, the Death card, and then the Judgment in the reverse. This person deals with self-doubt issues. They might deal with self-esteem issues, which might be the reason why they feel like they've got to show up and present themselves a certain way in society with that makeup card there. Scorpio is showing up pretty significant here. Cancer is showing up. Aries is showing up. Taurus is showing up more than once. All right, so this person's really trying to build their confidence as a person. They might have gone through something or stages in their life where they just weren't treated with respect. And so they're having to learn how to respect themselves. They're going through that transition right now. They're also having to learn what healthy love could potentially look like and what healthy boundaries could look like. You guys could meet through friends, mutual acquaintances, or y'all could be friends at the beginning of this. You could meet very specifically at some sort of celebration or party or in your community. Like y'all have some sort of common thing, like y'all work together, all right? Or had to work together, or maybe on a layover somewhere. You run into this person that's very specific for some of you guys. How does this unfold? The Lovers keeps coming out today, guys. The Judgment keeps coming out today, guys. The Moon card and all 4 major arcana and the Hangman. Big shift. Big shift. Individually, you guys are having to do a lot of shadow work. For this person, it's self-esteem and healthy boundaries. And for you, Leo, it is how to be a team player in romantic partnerships and share the spotlight. So y'all are being heavily transformed. All that shadow work, y'all are being forced in a very uncomfortable way to shake that shit out of you so that you can make space for each other. I'm not going to clarify all of these, but I'm going to get some advice for you. How can you call this in? I've already given you all some very, very specific pointers, but how can Leo call this in short order, please, Spirit? Allow yourself to love. Allow yourself to tame that Leo beast inside of you. That's a King of Cups. Allow yourself to tame that Leo beast inside of you that says all the self-sabotaging stuff that it says, that is telling you, like, it's okay to be with somebody that shines too. It's okay to be with somebody that challenges you to kind of show up a little bit different. This person is meant to grow you. The King of Cups is saying, as advice is saying, it's okay to love somebody that challenges you to be a better person, to experience love in a different way. Okay? Because it's going to be very emotionally fulfilling and calming for you to allow this energy in. All right, let's move on to Virgo. Thank you, Leo. Thank you, Leo. I appreciate your time. Don't forget to like on your way out. Virgo and Virgo placements. All right, Virgo and Virgo placements. Who is this person that's coming towards Virgo? New energy only, Virgo. We're not talking about resurgences. We're not talking about reconciliations with, your ex or anything like that. We're not talking about it's complicated. Will they come back? No, today is only new energy. Who is this next new love partner coming towards the Virgo, please, Spirit? Who's this next new love partner coming towards the Virgo, please? Lover. I want to dance with somebody. You see this card says singer. As soon as this card came out and they're dancing, I started singing, and the singer card came out. I want to feel the heat with somebody. Yeah, I want to dance with somebody. At the end, we get butcher, right? Oh, so this person has this very lighthearted energy about them. Like, that's how they present. And so for you, Virgo, you might be like, have the, not, and I don't think you're doing this purposefully, but you might write off this person because you don't feel like their seriousness. You feel like there's not a bone of seriousness in this person because they laugh a little bit too much. They joke around a little bit too much. Their head is wrapped around romance and fantasy a little bit too much for your comfort. But the thing that you don't understand is that this person takes life very seriously, at least their life story, very seriously. But they don't. I have a t-shirt that I own that says, the more I know, the less I care. And I resonate with that energy so much. Obviously, that's why I bought the t-shirt. And so it's like, the more you learn about yourself and life and how energy works and how life works, and you just want to resonate with the energy of love more than anything. And so if for example, this is just me using me as an example, and I feel like this person could very heavily resonate with this. But if I'm going through a fucked up ass situation, just a whole lot of shit, me personally, you might not know. Because I'm still going to show up with a smile on my face. I'm still going to show up like, what are we doing next? I'm still going to show up cracking jokes or whatever. And I'm an Aries sun, so Aries could be significant. I'm a Scorpio rising, so Scorpio could be significant. And then I'm a Venus, Pisces in Venus. So Pisces could be significant because I feel like whenever I'm connecting to your person's energy, Virgo, I feel very akin to this person. I feel like I immediately know who this person is too. And then also with this butcher here, like, yeah, this person does come off like, ha 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 ha, fun and all this other stuff, but they will fucking bite your head off. They will chop you. They will chop you in your throat quickly with their words if you cross them or make them feel cornered in any way, shape, or form. But the thing for them that I'm hearing, the one thing that they don't play about is their peace, is their love story. Okay? Cool. Let's get some characteristics about this person for the Virgos, please. Yeah, this person is highly romantic. They might watch a lot of like rom-com or romance kind of stuff. No matter how bad love has done this person wrong in the past, I'm going on this lover, and that's where I'm getting very heavy Pisces off of this. No matter how bad this person has experienced love stories in their past, they've never given up on the eventuality of falling in love with a healthy and having a healthy connection. And they could also be clairaudient as well, which means they get downloads from spirit through what they hear. So it could be through songs as well. All right, so some physical characteristics of this person for the Virgo, please. It says scar, baby face, and beard. What? This isn't going to be for everybody, right? But they're see, you see this is, it says scar, right? Follow me down a rabbit hole. 1996 could be significant. Minnesota could be significant. And the Lion King could be significant. Follow me down this rabbit hole because this is how my clair works, when my psychic ability works, right? So remember I was talking about earlier, this person has, oh, somebody said Minnesota here. Is this your reading? Am I calling, are you a Virgo or connecting to a Virgo or wanting to connect to a Virgo? This person has, I said it, has an air about them, like they don't care. And it's because they just know that that's, see, perfect. They just know that that is the best way to approach life. It's not that they don't care. It's just that they don't take things too seriously. Why am I getting the Lion King other than Scar? Hakuna Matata. Hakuna Matata, it ain't a passing craze. It means no worries for the rest of your days. Hakuna Matata. And because they carry this air about them of lightness, no matter what they're going through, they could present as younger than what they really are. So this is baby face. And it's because their light is shining. They allow themselves to experience the love of life. And then we've got beard here. And then we also get, no, we're just getting beard. So for some of you guys, that's very significant. Also too, with the scar could present as a physical attribute, but then it could say that this person has gone through a lot of shit in their life and they're still choosing happiness. All right. How's Virgo showing up to this connection, please, Spirit? The Seven of Swords in the upright, the Hierophant in the reverse, the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse, and the Sun card. Some of you guys, very specifically, Virgo, this isn't going to be for everybody, but listen to what I'm saying. Some of you guys gave up on ever getting married. I guess I'm just never going to get married. I guess it's not in the cards for me. I'm not supposed to be that person. And so because relationships, not for everybody, I'm going to let you guys know about the other Virgos, but I'm getting a couple of storylines. But because relationships hadn't worked out for you, instead of investing outside of yourself, you became more and more entrenched in work. More and more entrenched in work. Because that's where you saw the success and you were like, okay, let me duplicate this because I'm not duplicating it in my love life. Right? And for others of you guys, very specifically with the Hierophant, there could be a Taurus that's involved. Not for everybody. Aquarius, Sagittarius, or another Virgo. I see the sun energy. I don't think the Leo is too prevalent here. I really don't think the Leo is too prevalent. But yeah, I don't think the Leo is too prevalent here. But what I'm seeing with the Hierophant in the reverse and the Seven of Swords, those of you guys who got a divorce, you could have got a divorce very specifically due to infidelity, or like maybe you never were able to get the receipts, the full-on proof of the infidelity, but it's like this person had a really hard time with honesty, loyalty, and just the way that they moved was altogether quiver inducing. It made your spidey senses kind of go off. And so it's caused you to have a lack of trust when it comes to love and loving partners, because that last guy or that last girl that you were with was just completely imbalanced. And so it caused you to kind of see people, everybody in that light. All right. So how is this other person showing up to this energy for the Virgo? The Knight of Pentacles in the reverse, the Five of Swords, the Five of Wands in the reverse. Here goes the Lover's card again. The Lover's card keeps showing up in this deck, and it keeps showing up in my foil deck as well. The Queen of Cups. The person that you're connecting to, Virgo, could be highly psychic. Queen of Cups could be a Scorpio as well. Could be a Gemini. They are bored as fuck. This person is bored with dating or the idea of dating. I think they've ran out of steam. And they've got, like you, and I said this for you earlier, this Five of Wands in the reverse, it literally says on the card, it says increase focus on goals. You know what? I'm just not even going to focus on my love life right now because it's not working and it's boring. It's not that it's not working for this person. I feel like they are dry AF. Like they haven't been dating. Celibacy comes to mind, just not dating for a while. They've been single for a minute. And this person is just like, you know what? I'm just going to focus on my goals. And it's not always going to be work for this person. I feel like this person has multiple goals, at least 5 of them, right? With the Five of Wands that they are taking action on within themselves. So it could be health. It could be money. It could be, whatever, right? Think of 5 different things. There you go. See, confirmation for you. All right. So how could this kind of evolve for the Virgos? The Ten of Swords and the upright, the Ace of Cups right there. This right there is telling me leaving the past behind. The Ten of Swords, the past hurt. Both of you guys are coming up to the table saying the past hurt. There was a lot of betrayal. The swords are in this person's back, right? Ace of Cups, new love. The Justice, awesome. You know what's great about that is that Libra is coming up very heavily with this Justice card. The Libra full moon is happening tomorrow. We're in the shadow of it. Ooh, and the Two of Cups. So you know what? Within a couple of days, you literally could be running into this person or having a conversation with this person. The Libra full moon could push enough imbalanced energy out of your own heart space, out of your own reality, that you kind of wake up to this person who could have been right in front of you this entire time. So if you're the Virgo in this situation, you don't have control over other people. You've got control over yourself. And for you, your biggest thing was betrayal in the past. And you're so overtly worried if somebody's going to betray you in the future. If you want to call in this person within, honestly, within the next couple of days, because the full moon is about to happen and then the shadow period is still after that, right? If you want this person to present themselves somehow in your reality, you need to let go of that story. We've all been hurt. And I'm not saying that to dismiss the pain, because I have been through some shit, baby. But that cannot be your narrative if you're trying to call in new, healthy love. And there's a potential for new, healthy love, hence the Ace of Cups showing up in your potential reality, right? So you've got to, you can't just come to a tarot reading and say, I want new love, but not really believe that new love is possible and that healthy love is possible, okay? All right, so let's move on. Virgos, thank you for your time. Don't forget to like on your way out. Shout yourself out. Shout out where you're watching this from in the comments down below, and say happy birthday to the Aries in the house, okay? All right, let's move on to Libra. Thank you, Wendy. Thank you, Tam. Thank you, everybody, for helping me. I do appreciate y'all, as always. Everybody say thank you to Wendy and Tam. Say happy birthday to Tammy. Say happy birthday to Rose. Say happy birthday to the Aries. Moving to Libra. Libra, we are talking about new love, not anybody. I used to live in St. Cloud and St. Joseph, by the way, in Minnesota. I'm in Texas now. But we're not calling Libra. I'm talking to you now. I was talking to the people in the comments down below. We're not talking about a resurgence of somebody. Are they coming back? Is my it's complicated connection coming back? Is my husband coming back? My partner, my wife? No. We're not talking about that. I'm talking about new love, okay? Only just new love for Libra. Take this as it resonates. Don't force anything, but definitely claim the energy down below if you claim the reading, all right? Libra, criminal. Libra's like, I'm not claiming shit. A smooth criminal. Ba-da-dum, da-da-dum-dum, ba-da-dum-dum, ba-da-dum-dum. Ow! Da-da-dum, ba-dum, da-dum. Libra, I'm about to do a new what the hell is this called? I'm about to pull some new cards for you because this is coming up as old energy. Libra, you've got somebody in your energy that so it comes up criminal, madman, and musician, okay? But you've got somebody in your energy who liked to turn the tables. Very highly manipulative person that is attached to you. This could be an ex-husband, ex-wife, very attached to you. So much so that even though I laid the ground rules, I have my intention on the table, they're still kind of showing up with a lot of delusional energy. So your next question is going to be, or your next statement is going to be, if especially if this resonates with you, how am I supposed to get this person off of my ass if I too have the intention of coming here to get new love energy? So let's ask that question, and then I'll pull you a new spread. Okay, Libra. How does Libra how can Libra separate energetically from this person that seems to not be able to separate from them? How can Libra separate from this person, please, Spirit? Ooh, the Two of Pentacles. Balance, prioritization. So what is perfect for you? This, lean in heavy on this Libra full moon, Libra. Lean in heavy. Don't fight it. Don't fight against it. You are meant to be having a lot of self-realization, epiphanies, aha moments. Like I could literally see a Libra, and this is going to be very specific, just kind of sitting there, maybe watching TV or listening to music with this musician, and then you get like an epiphany, like, oh my God, this person was an asshole the whole time. I didn't even realize it. So what's happening right now is Spirit wants you to let in the clarity, because your higher self, your soul is trying to, yeah, there it is. King of Swords. How do you release yourself from this person? Stop giving it time. Stop giving it energy. Stop giving this person your heart. Stop. If you're like, I'm not even talking to this person, cool. Then every single time your mind goes into a shoulda, coulda, woulda with this person, or it goes into a loop with this person, then you need to get your mind away from it. Find something that makes you happy. Find something that makes you happy. What is it? What is something really quick that makes you happy? Is it journaling? Is it coloring? Is it listening to a good song, a song that doesn't bring you back into an energy of woe? Is it therapy? Is it coaching? Because if your mind is still looping over the shoulda, coulda, woulda with this person, if you're still getting triggered by the memories of this person, that means that you still have an opening energetically for this person, because there are still things that happened in that situation that are still raw for you. So Spirit is really trying to get you to take a look at that. So the onus for you in this situation is for you to really continue to heal and see things for what they really are. Don't tell yourself any more stories about this. All right, new love. Thank you for that. But new love for the Libras, please. New love for the Libras. What does that look like? Drunkard, civil servant, and ninja. You're going to not like your reading at all, but I don't know what to tell you. Now I'm seeing multiple people from your past, Libra, that cannot leave you alone. Now this person is showing up. They could have an issue with drinking. It's really dark. This person could work for the government or have worked for the government, military or something. And they show up a lot in your dreams. Or when it gets dark. I don't like this for you. The unfortunate thing is sometimes this is the reality of the heart. Spirit will not let you move forward until you have successfully detached from these shadows of the past. And so the unfortunate thing is that might mean a little bit more work on your part. Remember, we can't control other people. So more of finding happiness, more of finding calm. Sometimes it's hard to go from, I'm not going to read the words on this card because they're very triggering, especially if this is your message. It's hard to go from years of darkness to just be like, I'm happy, because that's manic and that's not something that you can stay consistent in. And you also cannot numb yourself to the point where you just try to forget. You have to process it. The only way, you can't go over it, you can't go under it, Libra. You have to go through this. And the best way to do that is to call in some help. A coach, a therapist, a pastor, a priest, a rabbi, a shaman, something like that. Or maybe multiples of those things to make sure that you're staying grounded. I'm going to get some energy for you, Libra. The Queen of Cups. Good, good. The Seven of Cups. I understand that. The Ten of Swords. You're trying to recover. Good. Whoever this person is or whoever these people are, they really tried to ruin your life. But that cannot be your current story. And you might be financially still unraveling from this. You might be mentally still be trying to unravel from this. You could be physically trying to unravel from this. And you have your good days and you have your bad days and you have your whatever days. I see it in the cards for you. But the best thing that came up for you, Libra, is this Queen of Cups here. You have to understand that this isn't going to be everybody's story, but I did two spreads for Libra, and it showed up past energy, and the past being pretty fucking heavy. Okay. Okay. All right, Libra, the best thing is that you showed up with the Queen of Cups from the very beginning, which is amazing, which means you have the capability to pull yourself out of this, to learn what love looks like, right? And you're going to be cautious in your future endeavors with romance. You're going to be cautious, but rightfully so. And the good thing is that you won't be, you'll be more selective. But the more and more you heal, the greater and greater the opportunity will come that you attract in a healed person. But yeah, your past is still attached to you pretty heavily. Unfortunately for the Libras, I wasn't able to pull any new love. But let me know if you want to work with me. I do offer coaching sessions. So that information is down below. I already know that's going to piss off some Libras, but hey, what are you going to do? You can always watch your other placements. You can always watch your other placements, okay? All right, let's move on to Scorpio, please. Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Scorpio. This is for your greatest and highest good, Scorpio. I'm trying to pull on new energy. I'm not talking about somebody coming back from the past. Will they return? No. This is all new love. New love. All right. So take this as it resonates. All right. Scorpio, take it as it resonates. Don't force anything. Of course, if you claim the reading, let me know in the comments down below. All right. All right. For Scorpio placements. What is this new person's character? A Knight of Swords energy, a fireman, and a barber. Okay. So an air sign or a fire sign. Heck, or even a Virgo with this barber energy. The cool thing about this is that this person is immensely loyal. And it's cool for Scorpios because Scorpios like to, everybody has a shadow side. Everybody has a shadow side. Some of you guys in the comments who are cross watchers, who are just watching or seeing listening to what I'm about to say, you might be like, bullshit, my Scorpio stepped out on me. My boyfriend from high school, he cheated on all these other people. Yeah. There's shadow side to everybody. But what Scorpios really do thrive on is the longevity of something, is a loyal partner, because once Scorpio evolves as a person, they really are ride or die. You are attracting in a ride or die person. But then it's also like somebody who is really quick with their words. So they could be very quick-witted, very smart, very intellectual. And then also too, this person could just say stuff. You might look at this person and be like, did you just say that out loud? Meaning like their internal thoughts, there's no like filter there for this person. All right. And then also with this, like there's two people on this card, so they could be a Gemini. But then also the fire on here is pretty obvious that it could be an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius, right? But the thing is that I feel like this person is coming into, it's the opposite of extinguish your fire. I feel like this person is coming in to reinvigorate, add some fire and excitement and passion to your love life, which I feel like even if you were out there having physical relationships with people, the intimacy wasn't there, because it could be, if you resonate with that, it could have been very shallow. But with this person, there's a depth to it as well. Okay. And right here is telling me that this person really cares about like how they really care about their appearances. The barber, they really do care about their appearances. For them, their health journey and their physical presentation of self is pretty important to them. All right, so here we go. So they could, on a normal basis, you could catch this person going to the spa. You could catch this person getting a pedicure or a manicure. You could catch this person going to a professional to get their hair cut. But it's very important for them to present a certain way. All right, so let's get some physical attributes of this person. Freckles. Hat. It's interesting that this person might wear a hat. For some of you guys, it's interesting that this person might wear hats because they do care about like their hair and how it presents. So they could be bald. Hold on. And then very specifically, it's not like ball cats. It's like fedoras. Like, let's say for like a wedding, they would be the type to dress up real fancy and wear when this person dresses up, they dress up. Okay, they take it to the nine. And then green eyes. So they don't necessarily have to have green eyes, but it's just something about their eyes. Am I talking to Scorpio? I am talking to Scorpio. See, the thing about Scorpios is y'all look into people's souls through their eyes. They call it a Scorpio stare. So there's sometimes Scorpios make people very nervous and feel insecure because Scorpios stare a little bit too long, a little bit too deeply into people's eyes, and it makes people kind of be like, what are you looking at? Are you okay? But for this person, they're not going to move away. Eye contact is very important with this person. And when you start looking into their eyes, you start seeing their absolute depth. And that's what's going to be even more attractive. The fact that they don't pull away and they'll stare right back at you. This could be another Scorpio or somebody that is akin to Scorpio, not afraid of you, Scorpio. And I think that's where you get like the passion. Like, this person isn't afraid of you. They're not afraid for you to look into their depths. There could be telepathy between you and this person as well. Tell me how Scorpio is showing up in this connection, please, Spirit. The 5 of Cups, the 10 of Cups, the King. You're not thirsty, Scorpio, but you are ready for a commitment, right? So you're the evolved Scorpio. Earlier at the very beginning, I was talking about like there's a shadow side to Scorpio and then there's evolved. You're ready for that ride or die commitment. You're ready for the ride or die. You've already had to go through the loss, you've already had to go through the bullshit of love in the past, the 5 of Cups. But, oh yeah, look at this. You've overcome a lot. You've grown as a person. You really have. You really have. You've had to let go of some certain vices, some toxic behaviors in the past, and you recognize where you showed up with toxic energy. And then you've recognized the patterns of people from the past that showed up with toxic energy. But you're showing up at the King of Pentacles, whether you're a male or a female, ready to commit to somebody else. You're ready for the 10 of Cups. All right. So how is this person that Scorpio is connecting to? How is this person showing up, please, Spirit? The Ace of Cups in the reverse, the Sun in the upright, the Knight of Pentacles, and then the Knight of Pentacles in the upright, and then the 9 of Wands in the reverse. Hold on. So this person knows who you are already, Scorpio? And they've been kind of like hiding their feelings? But they still feel magnetized towards you. But they still hesitate out of paranoia. Why is this person so paranoid, please, Spirit? Why is this person so paranoid? The 3 of Pentacles. Very small amount of you guys work with this person. Not everybody works with this person. Jesus loves everybody. I know, baby. I know that. I love him too. Not everybody works with this person. But some of you guys, this person is afraid to like... of the real deal, because you know what that means? They're gonna have to lock in. That's what them young kids say now. They're gonna have to lock in. This person's been afraid of commitment for a long time. A long time. Commitment scares the shit out of this person. I'm not saying that they don't have the capacity to commit to you, Scorpio, right? But I mean, where does it all stem from? Because they got the Sun card, for God's sakes. Which means that they want happiness, they want longevity, right? They're willing to move in that direction. They're willing to move in the direction of making it happen. But this person has been holding back and hesitant because what it means is that, or what it could mean is that y'all are gonna have to go all the way, and that's pretty creepy and freaky to this person. Damn. I'm going to have to marry this. I'm going to have to marry this Scorpio. Shit, that scares the hell out of me. This could be a person who's been married before and had told themselves that they weren't going to get married again, but they fall for you. This could be a person who's never been married because it freaks them out, because maybe what was shown to them as a kid was that marriages don't work, but they could see it working with you. How's this pan out for the Scorpios, please? The Six of Pentacles, the Fool card, the Six of Cups. Sixes are now significant here. The Six of Cups and the Sun card twice. Scorpio. A lot of Leo references here. Capricorn reference, but not heavy on the Capricorn. I think I said some air, heavy on the fire. Here, Aries. Aries might be specific for you. Scorpio might be specific. Six of Pentacles, the Fool card, the Six of Cups, and the Sun card. Yeah, it just looks good. It honestly, it just looks good. Creating amazing memories with this person. Some of you guys, you're going to have a kid together. Like, legit. If you're at childbearing age, hell, even if you're not at childbearing age, prophylactic, guys, a new beginning, reciprocation, reciprocity. Both of you guys are coming to the table also as people that have like your own income, right? So this is like not like a bum. So it looks good, Scorpio. If you watch this entire reading and you didn't like or subscribe and turn on that bell notification button, because not everybody got a good reading like this, Scorpio. You need to understand that. And if you claim this reading, just put a Scorpio symbol and then put claim. All right, let's move on to Sagittarius. How's everybody doing out there tonight? I feel like a music artist, like at a concert. Did you say Jimmy hat? Did somebody actually say that? That's freaking hilarious. I love it. I absolutely love it. Look, somebody down there says Scorpio symbol claimed. I love it. Thank you, Wendy. Hi, Angel. When is Capricorn? Well, it's after Sagittarius. And I'm about to do Sagittarius right now. Claim the Scorpio reading. There we go. All right. Well, if you're a Sagittarius Venus, you might as well hang out. Got my drink. There you go, Tam Tam. All right. Hold on. This is ice water. Ice water. Ice water. So refreshing. All right. Let's go. Sagittarius. Sagittarius, and Sagittarius placements, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Let's go. All right, Sagittarius, this is new love energy. I'm pulling on new, not return. Hold on. I just returned. Sagittarius, I'm calling in new love energy for you. So if you're stuck in the past, this probably won't be the reading for you unless you're trying to get yourself over the past and you want to see what kind of options you have coming up. All right. So new love for Sagittarius and Sagittarius placements for everybody's greatest and highest good. Take it as it resonates. Don't force anything, but definitely let me know in the comments down below what you claim. Sagittarius, what's the character of the person that's coming through? Lost soul. Somebody that's seeking clarity. Somebody that has admitted defeat. I'm going to get clarity on that, okay? But this person has hit a midlife kabubble. I'm not going to call it a midlife crisis, but they've I feel like this person's like, you know what? I'm going to stop fighting against the flow of my life. But I don't know if they know what that means, right? Revolutionist, okay? And then journalist. Sagittarius, yeah, you're connecting to somebody who's been through some shit in their life. A lot of confusion. And I think it's because this person had a tendency to, there's like this naivete, a little bit naive. I'm finding the words for you, Sagittarius, because I know that you thrive on truth, but I have to be authentic to what I'm hearing from spirit. This person's gone through a lot, and the reason why they've gone through a lot in their life is because they were a little naive, a little irrational, and a lot impulsive in their past, even stubborn, if you will, in their past. But they're turning a different corner. So essentially what happened was they hit like a rock bottom in their life, and they've gone through like some sort of like midlife crisis. But they're finding justice for themselves. I love that justice is on this revolution card, because especially this full moon in Libra is helping them release the shit that they were naive to, were blind to. The stories that other people, it's other people, the stories that other people were telling themselves about why these other people belonged in their life, and they were believing it. And now they're seeing that they were just stories. Now they're seeing that there wasn't a healthy amount of reciprocity. This is family members. This is old lovers. This is behaviors that they are now fighting against. And it's not like, for a lot of them, it's not like full on fighting, like, fuck you, get out of my life, you were always bad for me. It's more like a realization, healthy boundaries, not even really needing to say anything before you disconnect from the unhealthy people who thought they had a place at the table. This person is a journalist too. I mean, they don't have to necessarily be a journalist. They could be in front of the camera in some way, shape, or form, because this person is in front of the camera. But the biggest thing is that this person is now more thoughtful with their words. You notice that I said at the very beginning, I said, I know that you thrive on truthfulness, but I'm trying to make sure I find the words so I can get you the full picture. For them, words, word choices, and messaging is very important. Look, somebody said I'm a writer. Words, word choices, and messaging is very important. Perfect. All right. For Sagittarius, who is it that... So if you're a Sagittarius and you're a writer, you could find somebody, you could be connecting to somebody that's in that same arena, right? All right. So let's see if I can find some characteristics for Sagittarius, please. Hat. For them, it's not hat. It's not hat. For them, it's that they wear a lot of hats. Meaning that they've got, especially with this revolutionist here, they're campaigning for a lot of different things right now in their life. It's not even just them campaigning for themselves. It's them campaigning for other people. It's like this person reached a realization and had an epiphany or a massive aha moment in their life that caused them to be like, wait, if I'm going through this, or if I've had to survive this, other people might be going through this as well. So how can I help other people to get out of being taken advantage of or being misled, or, you know what I mean? Journalist is showing up very heavily with this person. Very much against the grain, okay? Hazel eyes. So that's, for me, again, is a Scorpio reference. And it's also, there's something about their eyes that are very different. I'm getting earth sign with this person. Twin flame. God dang fucking Sagittarius shit. I have multiple decks. Guys, I'm going to fucking lose it for a second. Can I get some emotional support, please? I need everybody to go down to the comments down below and please lift my spirits. Lift my spirits, lift my spirits, lift my spirits, lift my spirits. My God, Sagittarius, every fucking reading I do for you, this is a completely different deck. Do you hear me, Sagittarius? 3 decks I have. 3 decks I have that just so happen to have twin flames. There's 12 zodiac signs. Thank you. Keep it coming. I need keep it coming. Thank you. I appreciate that. There's 12 zodiac signs. Why do you guys always get twin flame? I've got 3 different decks. And I've used every single deck in the last 3 weeks. And for the last 3 weeks, you guys have freaking twin flame. You're making my legs itch right now. All right. Thank you. All right. I'm good. I'm good. Sagittarius. Hold on. I'm good. Thank y'all. That's it. I literally said on a live, I said, I need y'all to go down to the comments. I need you to give me words of encouragement. All right, for those of you guys who are Sagittarius or connected to Sagittarius and you've never been here on a live before, basically why I got frustrated is because Sagittarius always throws me for a freaking loop when I do their readings. There's always so many layers and like hidden agendas and secrets and spying, always. But every single reading I've done live for Sagittarius with different decks has come up with twin flames. You know what I'm feeling? I'm starting to feel like Sagittarius. And Sagittarius, by the way, is the most popular zodiac for others to watch on my channel and with my subscription base, right? My subscription base is probably predominantly Aries, with people with heavy Aries placements, not just Aries, right? I've got all multitude of zodiac signs that follow me, but as far as Sagittarius is concerned, people gravitate the most towards Sagittarius. And I feel like the reason why people are gravitating so much towards Sagittarius is because Spirit makes us connect with those people, because Sagittarius is put on this planet, at least a good number of you guys, to be catalysts for other people. And that's why people gravitate towards you so much. And that's why people are so attractive to the Sagittarius, and that's why you guys are so talented. It's to attract the people towards you so that you can kind of shake some shit up in their life so that they can grow as individuals. But I'm back. I'm back, tuned in for your greatest and highest good, Sagittarius. I want to see how you are showing up in this energy. For Sagittarius, how are you showing up in this energy? The 3 of Cups, the 3 of Wands. Now we've got 2 3s, which is a 6, but 3s could be significant. 33 is a master number here. So again, if we're taking a look at 33 being a master number, and what I just said about the twin flame and what I just said about catalyst, it's like creator, source, the universe, your God said, I'm going to put you on this planet in this incarnation or reincarnation, and you are going to meet this person, that person, and this person, and you are going to be a heavy catalyst for their change, whether you like it or not. And that's going to echo a lot in your life too, Sagittarius. You're going to have these very intense, if this is your energy, you could have had these very intense connections that kind of just go haywire. And you're like, am I just unlucky? Actually, no, because Sagittarius are very heavily connected to the Wheel of Fortune and the word and the energy of luck itself. You were lucky enough to be placed down here to be other people's catalyst, whether you like it or not. The good thing is that you are overcoming. The Devil card came out in the reverse. You're overcoming impulsivity. You're overcoming obstacles to your long-term goals, and you're overcoming, and this is very important for you. Thank you for being a new subscriber. This is very important for you. Are you ready for this? Are you ready for this? In this new love energy that you're attracting in right now, Sagittarius, you're overcoming overthinking. This person is going to be so unbelievably honest with you, an open book, Sagittarius, that you get to lay your anxieties down. Do you hear me, Sagittarius? The overthinking with this person is over. I know that's important for you. I know that's important for you. There's something about this person being attached to your community. With this Three of Cups, especially in the placement that this Three of Cups is sitting here, there's something very, they're a part of your soul tribe even, with it, which makes a lot of sense with this twin flame. But there's something about how they've had a chance to be a part of your community, or will have a chance to be a part of one of your communities, right? So like we as people, we have little pockets of people that we keep for different places in our life, different stages in our life, different experience in our life, right? We have the people that we keep in this pocket over here for our work relationships. And we have the people that we keep over here for our family exchanges. And we have the people that we keep over here for like our hobbies, right? So different pockets of people. This person has been in and out, or will come in and out of one of these pockets of community that you have. Do you understand? All right. And how is this person showing up for the Sagittarius? The Nine of Wands in the upright, the Three of Pentacles in the reverse, the Hermit card in the reverse, and the Wheel of Fortune in the reverse. Damn, this person has been upside down. Boy, you turn me inside out and round, upside down you turn me. Okay, so what am I even getting from Spirit when they're giving me this song? I said I'm gonna need a little bit more clarification on this lost soul, right? Didn't I say that? They gave it to me, and I forgot to go back, so they gave it to me. So the Nine of Wands here, what did I say? They've been through a lot, like a lot, but they've never given up. Even in the face of bad luck. This person could have even dealt with a lesser, no, let's not call it that. Let's call it a Sagittarius who has been in their shadow before. So honestly, this person might even find out. You're like, I don't know, you could have a conversation. This is very specific, but you could have a conversation with this person down the line, and you just so happen to mention like that you're a Sagittarius, or that you've got Sagittarius very heavily in your chart, and then this person's immediate reaction is uh-oh. Oh, damn. Because they've had interactions with catalysts like you before in the past. And that person was very non-committal. Three of Pentacles in the reverse. The Hermit card in the reverse is telling me that even in that connection, this is so fucking specific, but even in that connection, the Hermit card in the reverse, this person felt very lonely and isolated because of the non-committal behavior that this other Sagittarius might have put them through. But they don't give up. They're still going to give you a chance. Nine of Wands in the upright. They're still going to give you a chance. Whoops. Six of Pentacles flew on the floor with the Fool. Wait, can you guys see it? I don't read these in the reverse. So Six of Pentacles and the Fool. I said it. I said they're still going to give you a chance. They're still going to invest in this. They're still going to want a new chapter with you. They have a lot of stories to tell. All right. So how is this story going to unfold for Sagittarius in this new love energy? The World card, the Ten of Swords, the Queen of Cups, and the Hermit. Wow. Sagittarius. Hold on, guys. Let me try to figure out. So, Scorpio energy with this Queen of Cups here on the table. Virgo energy. This person had Virgo in the reverse here when I was saying they felt isolated in their last commitment to a Sagittarius, or lonely in that commitment. So you're a brighter version. The Hermit. You're more, well, Virgo energy. You're more reliable, so they can hold space. You hold space for this person's heart. Ten of Swords and the World card. So they no longer have to focus on the betrayal. Can you help me with this? So they can no longer focus on the betrayal. The King and Queen of Cups. Twin flame. Does that mean this is a twin flame? No. No. But the King and the Queen of Cups just showed up. There's more divinity in this than I think you realize that you are calling into your life. So this could be the match. This could be your divine partner. First zodiac sign that got a suit match. And when we're looking at a love reading, when you're coming to my table, I like the cups in a love reading, and I like pentacles in a love reading. We got the King and the Queen of Cups. So that is a very emotionally balanced, divine connection, divinely led connection. All right. That could really be long standing. Do you hear? Do you understand what I'm saying, Sagittarius? All right, so let me know in the comments down below. That was your reading, Sag. Thank you for taking me through an emotional roller coaster again. You catalytic energy, you. All right, here we go. Thank you, Sag. Don't forget to like on your way out, subscribe on your way out, because you know that was a good-ass reading, okay? Take a look at my information down in the description box below if you want to work with me at all. All right. So thank you, Wendy. So let's move on to Capricorn. I know we had somebody in the house that was waiting on Capricorn. Capricorn it is. All right. So Capricorn, we're focusing on new love energy. You're very welcome. You're very welcome. Thank you for joining me. Capricorn, new love energy only. We're not talking about the person returning from the past. I don't care if it's a complicated situation. That is not today's reading. So we're talking about somebody you've never had a full-on relationship with before. Okay, Capricorn? Just in time. Awesome. All right, so for Capricorns, take this energy as it resonates. Don't force anything. If this isn't your story, then that's fine. If you don't want to claim it, then that's fine. No big deal. But if you do, head on down to the comments down below and let me know. All right? Capricorn, new love energy. What is this person going to be like? The clergy. Okay. Guide, which makes sense. Yeah. Revolutionist, man, this revolutionist has been wanting to show up, which is cool because more and more people in our population of humanity are waking up to things just ain't fucking right. You know how bad the world is outside of this live. You see it. And more people are trying to stand against the machine, right? Rage Against the Machine. Isn't that a band? So that could be significant for you, Capricorn. But this person is full on raging against the machine, Capricorn. And not only are they doing it individually, but they're getting cohorts, they're getting comrades, they're getting other people around them to move in a more in sync, more centered, more grounded, more loving direction. This does show up with like the clergy, so there could be heavy spirituality, heavy religion behind this person. The clergy card for me immediately connects to the Hierophant card, which again is a leader, somebody that other people look up to, but is also like Taurus energy as well. This guide card is Sagittarius energy, and this revolutionist card could be Aquarius energy. But then I'm getting that this person is just really loud. So let's say Aries or Leo as well. Okay. So, and no, just because I said let's say, it doesn't mean I'm guessing anything. I'm just feeling the energy. So I just felt like somebody was going to go in the comments and be like, she didn't sound too confident. Okay, Capricorn. Or am I projecting? Is that just me projecting? Let's get some physical attributes. Long hair, dark skin, and what does this say? Resting bitch face. Fuck yeah. You better call in that resting bitch face. Because I feel like with this is that this person is like not to be played with at all. At all. They take their uproaring seriously. They really do. I love that this person has a resting bitch face. I love it. I really do. But I am seeing like a softer side to this person. Especially since um hold on. I'm looking at the honestly, you want to know why this could be significant too, but the reason why I'm seeing a softer side to this person is just very specifically because this guy has dimples. And so when this person doesn't smile, I think a lot of people don't know how to take this person. But when they smile, it is on another level of gorgeous. Long hair could be significant, or just the fact that they have hair could be significant, okay? Long hair is also telling me, especially since it's landing on clergy, follow me down this rabbit hole, guys, because this is how my Claire works, okay? But because our hair holds history, this person could be older and very, very highly intuitive. Do you feel me? All right. So if you're used to dating a little bit younger, this person, I don't believe is that. It's not coming up as that. All right. Very much Akashic records as well. So could be an old soul too. All right. All right. Let's move on. How is Capricorn going to be showing up in this energy, in this new love energy, please, Spirit? The Moon card, the Two of Pentacles, the Seven of Wands, and the Tower in the reverse. Side message, I feel like you're dealing with some... You're not dealing with financial issues. Side message for you. You're sorting out your finances, Capricorn. Overly protective. Capricorn is very much showing up as the man in the high castle here. Very much. Like, you're not allowed into my garden. You must be this tall in order to come into my garden. Oh, I forgot to talk about the dark skin. Yeah, so this person could have darker skin than what you're used to potentially dating. But that's obviously not going to be for everybody. And I left that vague on purpose, but I forgot to acknowledge that card. But yeah, I feel like you're coming to the table with more anxiety than you might be willing to admit. Overly protective. Yeah, you're coming up like you have to be this high. You have to be high. High value. It's not about height. It's more don't even knock on my door. Don't even come over here. Don't even fuck with me. Don't even mess with me. I'm not even going to say hi to you unless you are a high value individual, because you self-identify as a high value individual yourself. How's this other person going to be showing up? Three of Swords in the reverse. They're recovering from the potentially a Leo who hurt them. Somebody that they even had kids with. Four of Swords, the Two of Cups, and the Nine of Pentacles. Capricorn, I cannot do a reading for you without you getting the Nine of Pentacles. But guess what? This person got the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. Somebody you're connecting to got the Nine of Pentacles in the reverse. So remember I was saying, like, there's something about your money that you might be paying extra attention to. Like, you could have very, very recently got into like an investment sort of thing, and you're really trying to make your investment grow. I'm not saying there's something wrong with your money, but you're paying attention to your money. But guess what? This person is highly fixated on their money. Like, highly fixated. But they are recuperating from something that has nothing to do with y'all's connection. Unrequited love is what I'm getting for your person. They're recuperating from unrequited love, from a different love connection. And I feel like they have this tendency to, and I don't know if they're doing it purposefully, I doubt they are, to try to overcompensate. So there's this unrequited love situation that they're healing from or learning to let go or release from or something as you guys intermingle. And they're compensating their own ego by really trying to grow their money. So it's like they're not a failure. They can be successful at something, and it's for their own ego. All right. So let's see, how could this connection play out for the Capricorns, please, Spirit? The Four of Cups, the Death card, the Seven of Wands. The Seven of Wands fell on the Seven of Wands for your energy as well. I don't read this deck in the reverse, guys, so I'm about to turn everything over. And the Emperor. I didn't even see that. And the Emperor. Aries energy, Scorpio energy, Leo energy. Although I think the Leo is on their side. Pisces energy was for you. I want to say Gemini energy, but I feel like it's more like it, and Cancer energy. I feel like it's more like in people's charts than, and I just got a headache when I said that, than in like their sun sign. But I don't digress. All of that was pertinent for you guys. But the thing is that in order for this to get off the ground, you have to want to let it in. And you came up more than once as being protective of people coming into your garden. Remember, I kept saying that. You must be this high in order to come into my garden. It's very Virgo energy, even though you're coming up as Capricorn. Because for me, the Virgos tend to sometimes show up as a little bit bossy. But I feel like you're kind of like incorporating that into your energy, Capricorn, especially with this Emperor here. I feel like it's a bit hard for this person to come into your life because you don't want to let your guard down. And with this Death card coming here, I feel like sometimes you want to, it's a lot of back and forth. It's a lot of back and forth. A lot of back and forth. So the Four of Cups goes through a transition period. So like evaluation, I just really want to use my discernment, might be a little bit detached. And then the transition period. So then you might show up again, but then you go right back into a hesitation. But it's interesting because that's the foundation that gets built. How can y'all, that's not healthy. It's not healthy because it's like, it's the energy of two people that don't really know what they want in love, right? So I do feel very strongly that it's two people that are heavily relying on the distractions of other things in their environment so that you don't have to be vulnerable with another person. So two people set in their own ways, not realizing that neuroplasticity is a thing, not realizing that you can teach an old dog new tricks, not realizing that you don't have to keep showing up this way. You can change behaviors, but you have to want to choose to change the behaviors. So what am I saying? You come for me in the comments. It helps the algorithm. I really don't care. But I mean, I care for you, but I don't care to sugarcoat anything. Okay? So this is you being stubborn, connecting to another person that's stubborn. And y'all just being stubborn together. And you might have a resurgence of, hey, what's up? How are you doing? You want to go out on a date? Or do you want to bump uglies? And then going right back into your own corners. And that's what it's going to be until you choose to show up differently, until this other person chooses to show up differently. It's coming up very, very, very much as a poster child for how energy works. Energy, like attracts like attracts like. Poster child energy here. If you're going to be afraid to be vulnerable in a situation, and you do happen to attract somebody into your life and you still show up afraid to be vulnerable, guess what you're going to attract into your life? Somebody else who's afraid to be vulnerable. Let me get you some advice, Capricorn. Advice for Capricorn, please, in this energy. Advice for Capricorn in this energy, please. The Magician. You remember earlier when I was like, hey, Capricorn, you can teach an old dog new tricks. Remember earlier when I was like, neuroplasticity is a thing, which means our brains are always ready, willing, and able to learn new behaviors. You just gotta start wanting different for yourself, right? That's the Magician. Okay, why is that the Magician, Shawnee? I'll tell you, because this is Mercury energy, so I'll speak it for you, okay? I'll communicate with why, okay? So the Magician is fully capable of doing whatever he or she wants, of manifesting whatever he or she wants to have happen. Whatever, guys, whatever. If you are showing up shitty, I'm not saying you're showing up shitty, so let me find a different example. Just because I don't sugarcoat things doesn't mean I don't have to be kind, okay? If you're showing up, again, we'll go with the original. If you're showing up afraid of being vulnerable, then you manifest in somebody else who is afraid to be vulnerable, right? But the flip side of that, because it's a Gemini energy, so there's always a flip side of that. The flip side of that is if you show up healthy, then you have every right to expect healthy to be reflected back to you. Now, what does healthy look like for the Magician? An even balance and an acknowledgement that he or she is evenly balanced with all four suits. Your emotions are evenly balanced. That's the Cups. Your time and commitment and boundaries are evenly balanced. Your acknowledgement of self is evenly balanced. That's the Pentacles. Your words match your actions. That's the Swords. And you know what you need to do, and you take action based off of that. That is the Wands. Your actions match your words, match your emotions, match what you invest. And they are authentic, and they are strong, and they are self-led. Some of y'all are just, not all of y'all, but some people that just be popping up in these live tarot readings are just a fucking hoot. Just coming into a live reading that nobody told y'all to come here and come into, and then y'all just be a fucking hoot. I promise. All right, so Capricorn, I pray that helped. The cool thing about tarot is this is the energy right now. This is the energy right now. Okay? And it will continue. If there's no changes being made, it will continue to be the energy. But if you want a different outcome, guess what? The Magician came up for you. You can create the different outcome. All of those bumper stickers that these spiritualists say, you are the creator of your own reality. You can co-create with the universe. It just means you got to show up different in order to expect different. All that's real. All that's true. I have testimony on that. Somebody literally just said, Jesus is great, right? With a greater than. I agree. Jesus is great. But guess what? We're reading tarot. So two things can be true at the same time. You're very welcome. You are so very welcome. All right. Let's go to Aquarius. Thank you, Capricorn. Don't forget to like on your way out, though. Please don't forget to like and subscribe. All right, Aquarius. Aquarius, we're pulling on new, thank you, by the way, Tam Tam. Thank you, Wendy. I appreciate you so very much for moderating and supporting me. To all the OGs in the house, thank you so much. All right, for Aquarius, I'm pulling on new love and new love only if you're in a complicated situation. That is not today's reading. This is for the Aquarius that's like single, is ready to mingle, and is really wondering what this new love life it has in store for them, okay? For him or her, for your greatest and highest good. Take this as it resonates. Do not force anything, okay? The animal shaman just came up. So for some of you guys, you're going to be connecting to an animal lover. It did come out with a whole bunch of other cards, so I put it back in the deck. If it wants to come out again, it can. But for Aquarius placements, please. What is this person like that is coming towards them in their love life? Diviner, madman, chef. A little bit chaotic. This person's a little bit here and there and everywhere. I'm not a physician. I am not a physician. I am not a physician. What I'm seeing in the cards is that this person could resonate with having some sort of level of ADD or ADHD. Because I feel like this person maybe has like a hard time sitting down. They could have a trade job. So a chef, a cook, an electrician, HVAC, something like that. But this person is very highly creative. And the biggest thing that they like to be able to do is take care of other people. And this person could show up as a water sign for you, or as a Virgo, specifically like a Scorpio or a Virgo. And the reason why I'm saying that is because like this diviner or have very heavy Scorpio or Virgo placements in their chart. Hold on, let me see if I can get a little bit more characteristics for who this new person is that's coming through for you, Aquarius. Something about this person connecting to spirituality or the esoteric. They might even say to you, Aquarius, like, they might say, I knew you were coming. And that's very specific, all right? I knew you were coming. All right, here we go. Some characteristics for Aquarius. Resting bitch face. You know what's funny? You know what's funny? Y'all see me freaking shuffle these damn cards, and some of the same cards keep coming out. But like resting bitch face is probably pretty prevalent with this person. Do you see how all of them kind of have like this sternness, this stoic sort of energy about them? Dark skin came up and long hair came up as well. And if y'all were here with the earlier readings, I like to look beyond what's just on the surface of these cards, right? So the long hair for me also could mean that this person is an old soul. And they really, in this lifetime, really rely on their experiences to be their guide. Like, really rely on their experiences to be their guide. So what that means is they pay heavy attention to patterns. Their own patterns, other people's patterns, and energy. So this person, I think I said, did I say already Scorpio? Yeah, I think I did say Scorpio earlier. It says dark skin as well. So this person could be different. This person could be different than what you're used to dating. And then I get like they have like this earthiness to them. And then I'm getting cultivation. So they could, when you meet this person, they could be in the middle of laying the groundwork for something that they're trying to grow with their career. How is Aquarius showing up to this connection, please, Spirit? How's Aquarius showing up to this connection? 5 of Swords in the upright, 6 of Pentacles in the reverse, Ace of Pentacles in the reverse, the 5 of Cups in the reverse. Aquarius, you've had a lot of conflict in your life, have you not? You're trying to move on from it, but it's like everywhere I go, it's like a labyrinth of conflict, right? A lot of wrong turns. A lot of wrong turns. Your money, you're really, really trying to recover your money. Really trying to recover your money. I mean, it is an ongoing thing for you, Aquarius. How can I make that money? How can I make that money last? How can I make the money grow? Trying to plant new seeds, trying to be very innovative in, well, okay, so this plan didn't work, so maybe I can try this other plan. But and another thing for some of you guys, not for all of you guys, but for some of you guys, you've been in one relationship after another that was pretty heavily one-sided. How's this new person? But you are, honestly, you're still trying to win in life. You are still trying to win in life. All right, so how is this other person going to be showing up to this connection for Aquarius, please, Spirit? The Queen of Wands in the reverse, the King of Wands in the reverse, excuse me, the Knight of Wands in the reverse, the Knight of Pentacles in upright, in the Moon. Pisces, Aries. Aries twice, Pisces twice. Yeah, Aries twice, Pisces twice. Shy. Can you believe it? Shy or very, very soft spoken. Which is interesting because remember this person has a resting bitch face. So I feel like you might have a hard time trying to read this person, like really have a hard time trying to read this person. I'm trying to figure out why. Oh my God. Oh my God. Guys, do you remember when I said this person, I said, I'm not a physician. I said it like 3 times. I'm not a physician, but this person might resonate with having like ADD, ADHD. Do you want to know one of the phrases that's on this Knight of Wands in the reverse? It's literally scattered energy. And it frustrates them to no avail. They get so frustrated with their own self because, you know, especially if things remain unchecked, if maybe they don't even realize that they potentially have it or something, or they just, I'm trying to be a naturalist, I don't want to take any medicine, or, you know, if they go for a while without checking it, then things get completely haywire, and they cannot stand when that happens, when their diagnosis takes over. I am getting that this person has the ability to complete tasks, but they beat themselves up so much. How could this unfold for the Aquarius, please? How could this unfold for the Aquarius? The Emperor, the 8 of Wands, the King of Cups, and the Fool. Oh, that looks good. I feel like Aquarius is almost like, hey, nobody's perfect. Nobody's perfect. But I feel like I do feel like you and this person have a okay, with this King of Cups here, I feel like you're coming in as the calmer energy. And your calm energy helps to center this person and to make them feel more comfortable in realizing a new beginning with you, Aquarius. A lot of Aries energy on this table. The Fool card, the King of Wands, the Emperor, the Queen of Wands, the Knight of Wands. There's a lot of passion here. The 8 of Wands is a lot of communication and could be long distance. I'm dead ass honest. I feel like there's a try to make long distance work in this somehow. And because Aquarius, you're coming up with, you're really trying to recover your money, and this person is coming up with the Knight of Pentacles, I feel like your person makes more money than you. But where the balance comes in is that you're more balanced. You've overcome this for some, not for everybody, but for some of you guys, with this Five of Cups and this King of Cups here, you guys could have overcome an addiction. And in that overcoming of addiction and understanding addiction, you have more empathy for a person who is trying to calm whatever diagnosis they might also have. It may not even be the same thing, but because you're like, hey, I've been there, done that. I've kind of seen kind of some of this stuff. So even though they might be coming to the table like have more money than you, your asset that you're bringing to the table, and I don't want you to have to second guess yourself, especially when you hear about potentially how much money this person makes. I want you to understand that you are bringing plenty to the table. You are enough because you are bringing so much calm energy towards this person. A lot of conversation, okay? All right, so that's your next loving romantic connection that's coming. It doesn't even bother you. I feel like this person's energy does not even bother you because your empathy is so high for this person, okay? All right, so Aquarius, do not forget to like and subscribe on your way out. Is Frankie here? Hey, Frankie. Hello. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about being late. I know you're busy. You are a busy man, sir. All right, let's move on to Pisces, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you for being here. Pisces is our last sign, guys. But we save the best for last, right, Pisces? We are saving the best for last. Pisces, do me a favor. Come to this reading with an open heart and an open mind. I need you to understand the intention behind this reading is new love energy only. New love energy only. The number 24 could be significant to this connection. That's a 6 as well. Okay, hold on. Pisces, new love only. So I don't care about your ex returning. That's not this. That's not today. That could be another day. But right now, it's for the single Pisces that is looking for, or the Pisces who's trying to get over something and is looking for new love. What you want, number 24, what you want should reflect who you are. A mirror. You're calling in a mirror. Your next lover is going to be a mirror. So you better make sure that when you're creating this reality for yourself, and before I even pull the cards, you better make sure that you have a very solid idea of what you want from a romantic loving relationship, what you bring to the table, because you are going to attract in your mirror. All right, for Pisces, greats and highs good. Take it as it resonates, guys. Don't force anything. Characteristics of this person that Pisces is bringing in next. Clergy. Guardian of faith. Very compassionate. On a sacred mission. Somebody who has entered some sort of calling to their purpose in life, whatever that is. It doesn't have to be religious. It doesn't have to be spiritual. The thing that Spirit led me to is sacred mission. So very much following their calling in life. A soldier, there's military background for somebody. Very specifically an officer or in the Navy. What? How do we have two military references back to back? So first thing that comes out is soldier. The second thing that comes out is captain, and this a captain like of a pirate ship. So military could be very prevalent in this person's energy, very prevalent, and that could be the calling that they're following or that they followed at some point. You know, it depends on where they're at. And then I said officer because captain is an officer rank in the military. All right. But that doesn't have to be everybody's reality. The captain shows up as a leader. The clergy shows up as a leader. So whatever this person is doing, oh, wow, that's very heavy on the cardinal sign, very heavy on the Aries as well. So whatever this person's doing, they lead other people towards a singular goal, right? Very heavy on the loyalty, very heavy on the honor, very heavy on the selfless service. Sounds like a giver. Sounds like a givered. A givered. Gizzard. What? Sounds like a giver. All right, Pisces would really like to receive the love of a giver, a very stable person, somebody who has decision making skills, somebody who sees an objective and strives for that objective, isn't indecisive. All right, some physical characteristics of this person: freckles. You know, I'm filled with freckles, so I like freckles. Daring, yep, makes sense. With, I mean, it takes daring strength to be in front of people and to lead people in whatever fashion, right? So definitely very daring. And then I literally just heard, is not afraid to walk with the devil. All right. So what that means, and don't be like, uh-oh, no, because this ain't that kind of tarot reading. But what I'm getting is that this person isn't afraid to make mistakes. Powerful. Holy cow. Are you calling in the actual emperor? Are you calling in the actual emperor? Like, what's going on? Freckles here? So freckles doesn't have to mean freckles. There's just something about their look that everybody doesn't have. You know what I mean? Like they've got imperfections that are just absolutely gorgeous. They could have, I don't know, they just, something about them is different. Okay? And then we got daring and we got powerful. We already got soldier and we already got clergy and we already got captain. What is going on for the Pisces? We all should be sipping our tea and getting our drinks for the Pisces, because Pisces usually has some pretty juicy reads too. So let's see here. For Pisces, how are you showing up to this connection? The Ten of Swords, the Page of Cups, the Queen of Cups, Page of Cups in the reverse, Queen of Cups in the reverse, the Four of Pentacles in the reverse. Self-protection, because you've dealt with codependency, an unhealthy attachment style to people giving you breadcrumbing? Attention. Okay. You've had to overcome or are having to overcome a unhealthy attachment style to people that give you attention. Because you've had this tendency to give your heart too soon. So you're very protective of your energy right now, Pisces, when you're meeting this person, and you're leaving that in the past. Ten of Swords. I feel like you're having a conversation, or have had a conversation, have had some awakenings of your own patterns. Have had an awakening of your own patterns of how you show up. You might self-identify somebody who has chased attention in the past and realize, oh wait, these people weren't committing to me. They were just giving me some time, but they weren't choosing me. You said enough is enough. I'm done with that. All right. So that's this very strong energy that you're showing up. Minutely strong. I said very strong. It's very strong to have that awareness, but you're still working on yourself with this Queen of Cups in the reverse. You are still working on yourself. I feel like there's a little bit of trepidation. There's a little bit of anxiety, like, fuck. Here I am asking Shani to pull cards on new loving energy, but I already know I have this tendency to kind of give to flashy objects, thinking that all that does glitter is gold. Okay? But that's okay. You still have an awareness of it, all right? So how's this other person showing up to this connection, please? The Temperance. Here we go. Balance, that Sagittarius energy. The Hierophant twice. Bruh. You better be happy. You better say thank you to your higher self. Thank you to your soul. Thank you to your soul tribe. Thank you to your ancestors. Thank you to the source. Thank you to the universe for putting you through what they have put you through, and for allowing you to have the self-awareness and the motivation and the direction to continue to try to heal and heal yourself from your past cycles of attachment and dependency, because it is through that healing that you are calling in. What did I say at the beginning? What did I say? Pisces, what did I say? a mirror to your healed and higher self. The Death card in the upright and the Eight of Wands. Spirit is like, congratulations, Pisces. You have graduated. You have realized who you are supposed to be. We have put trial. We have put trials and tribulations. We have put karma in front of you, and you have gone through that karma. You have faced the karma, and you have grown from the karma. Your reward now, Pisces, is the Temperance card, Sagittarius energy, the Hierophant card, all of this in upright, Taurus energy, the Death card, Scorpio energy, and then, oh, twice for the Sagittarius energy, and the Eight of Wands. We are going to bring in some swift communication from a highly stable, high value person. This don't even tell me nothing about their past. Have you guys ever, y'all are Pisces, so y'all can get a little delusional, a little woo-woo, a little delusional. That sounded fucked up. I apologize. I'm a Pisces Venus, so I feel like I could say that. But you're okay with the little delusional kind of things, right? The little esoteric kind of highly spiritual things. But this is not telling me nothing about this person's past. Google it if you've never heard of it. But if you have ever heard of somebody, a walk-in spirit, or a walk-in soul, or walking soul, because like sometimes they say, it depends on how woo-woo you are, that a higher level energy could just take over a physical body of somebody's, like an angel or something like that, could, especially with this Archangel Michael here, could take over and just be like, I'm here now, I'm taking over now, and it's like a brand new fresh kind of soul in the same old body. I see no past from this person. I only see strong and very new sub. Awesome. Thank you so much. And very strong, very heavy energy, very positive energy from this person. This person goes with the flow, even though they are heavy in their catalytic change kind of energy. They try to help other people seek leadership in their own life. They help people metamorphosize themselves, transform themselves, make peace with endings and new beginnings. This person could be a coach, a spiritualist, a clergy member. This person could be, I keep wanting to say, an incarnated angel, and I'm just going to stick with it because that's what I see. An earth angel, all right? How is this going to transpire for the Pisces, please, Spirit? The Seven of Pentacles, the Queen of Pentacles. I don't read these in the reverse, guys. The Eight of Cups and the Three of Swords. Because of heartache, there's a walking away here. There's a learning of how to invest. And then there's pentacles being planted. Tell me more about this Eight of Pentacles. Here's the Hierophant again. I mean, the Eight of Cups is walking away towards the Hierophant. Your whole life, all of your karma that you have gone through has helped you walk towards this Hierophant person, whoever this person is. Hierophant 3 times, guys. 3 different. I've got 4 decks on the table, and of those 4 decks, 3 of them have the Hierophant and Hierophant symbolism. Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. Stable, stable, stable. Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn here. Because of the heartache, the karma that you've gone through, that you have processed, you were always meant to have not so easy of a life. Always. Always meant to be right on the outside of happiness. To dabble with happiness and then to go through extremes of the contrast of that. But it was always meant for you to learn how to walk away from what hurts you. To finally see that it's hurting you and to walk away from what hurts you. You might resonate with this idea of a person who moves around a lot or has moved a lot or has had a lot of relationships or even potentially a lot of or multiple marriages. having a hard time staying committed to like certain jobs and certain career paths, and it's okay. You were always meant to shake your life up. You could have heavy Scorpio in your energy, in your chart. Scorpio, it was always meant to lead you to this person, but you had to learn to set healthy boundaries first. The Seven of Pentacles is leading to what? Growth, money growth too, a new beginning. Holy shit, Pisces. You are calling in a new beginning, one that you have worked towards your entire life. The seeds that you planted years ago, like 7 years ago, are literally about to, one after another, as your wishes coming true, your dreams coming true. I know I don't have the Nine of Cups. I don't need to have the Nine of Cups to feel the Nine of Cups. It's a new beginning with this person after all you've been through. Advice for, oh, look at this, the Lovers at the bottom of the deck. Advice for Pisces, please. I want to get you some advice because you've been through a lot, Pisces. Advice. What's the best thing that Pisces could be working on right now as they're calling in this heavy, highly positive, highly lucky commitment, please? The World card. Let whatever go needs to go now. Let it go. You're at the end. You are, oh, sorry. Dang it. She's naked. Sorry, YouTube. You are at the end of a karmic, multiple karmic cycles. There's like a portal, a threshold that you are about to carry your own self across. And that's where this person is. Let it go. Let it go. If it doesn't feed you, if it doesn't love you, if it doesn't reciprocate your energy, if it doesn't, if you know it's unhealthy, if you've known it's unhealthy, if it's too heavy of a burden, say no, let it go. Say no, let it go. At the end of karmic cycles, calling in a brand new, heavily positive, heavily Dharma-filled love, okay? Somebody said yes, 7 years. Claim it. Claim it, claim it, claim it. All right, guys, this is it for this. What is this? Live stream on New Love Energy. Thank you so much for being here. I do truly appreciate you guys. All my information is in the description box below. If you want to follow me on Instagram, if you want to become a member of the channel, and if you want a personal reading or coaching session, venting session, all of that information is down below. Until next week, guys, happy birthday to the folks that are in the house. I love you so very much. Thank you for joining me. Bye, Wendy. Thank you, everyone. Bye.